Samrandev is first to the stream. Axel_Benedict is second to the stream.
Welcome back to the stream. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. I myself am doing great. I'm doing great. So is the bread. The bread is doing great.
Gooblers.
Gooblers indeed. For some reason everything seems really quiet in my headset. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna turn on my own volume and we're gonna see what happens. So anyway, welcome. Glad to see y'all here. Hopefully hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully the week so far is treating you well. Thank you for that random slide whistle sound. I appreciate it, Sealy. Skoiled, you were so close. You were so close. But I must say, Samrandev is definitely very good at touching. And so it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat Samrandev at the touching. Because, you know, they are the pro, the master.
Amaran Reap says, I bet you can read my mind. Okay,
yes, I
ready?
can.
No, it's not art.
Oh, what? It what? It is, in fact, art in progress. I see. I don't know why I cut out there. I don't know why I did that, but we're definitely going to take a look at the art in progress, which I was getting caught up on Discord, believe it or not, and I made some progress. So, yeah, things are, I'm getting caught up, okay? I'm slowly but surely getting there, responding to messages, and it's a good time. I hope it's a good time. Maybe people are expecting me to not answer, and so when I do, maybe it's not a good time. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Samrandev, congratulations on getting first. Absolutely fantastic. And anyone who tries to beat the ultimate toucher is just, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's just unfortunate. It's an unfortunate truth. I'm gonna touch you. No, Goon-chan confirmed. It's tragic. No, Skoiled, I'm so sad. Oh well. Probably for the best, honestly. You were too fast! Yeah, Samrandev is just absolutely... It's crazy how fast Samrandev is. I've never received a triple response like that, LMFAO. Hoodiehead, hello, welcome, glad to see you here.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
But the rest of us do agree with it. Hello, Hoodiehead, I'm glad to see you here. How you doing? Hopefully things are going on for you. Seelick says, well, I forgot. Wait, what did you forget? What did you forget, Seelick? Loki says, evening. Good evening, Loki. It looks like Loki is here on a 90 stream streak. Loki, that is absolutely wild. And I appreciate you streaking here for 90 streams in a row. What is that? Let me pull that up. Okay. I know that I've missed a few days here and there, so it's a little bit longer than this. I was gonna try and calculate how many I've missed, and I'm like, I don't know how many I've missed. But that is roughly, like, roughly. That is 30 weeks of streams right there. That is wild. So, Loki, thank you so much for streaming here in the stream. For 90 days, for 90 streams in a row, 30 weeks. Holy smokes, that is absolutely crazy and wild, and I do appreciate it. And remember, everybody, if you're gonna streak in any way, streak anywhere, make sure to streak in the stream. Thank you, I do appreciate that. I definitely can read your mind, though.
Today says, hello everyone, my name is Autumn and this is Moonwood Games.
It's true,
Today,
this is Moonwood Games.
We're watching Kevin get ambushed by a modern slap.
No! Please don't let it happen. It would be tragic. Actually, that would be... Maybe that'd be good content. Maybe people do want to see someone come down here and slap me. Maybe. Hoodie says, hi, Moonwood. It has been a while since I've been here. That is true, Hoodie. It has been a while since you've been here. I hope that life is treating you well. I hope that things are going well for you. Cameron says, the perfect time to cut out, though. I don't know why that cut out. It's very bizarre. I was waiting for something else to pop up, but then it never did. So I'm not quite sure what was going on there. Is the demo out yet? Not quite. We were making really good progress. Just don't believe anything that Loki says, and I can tell you this now, we are making great progress. Cert is fast in everything they do. That is true. Cert is very fast in everything they do. Randev refreshes until you go. I knew it. It's like 10 minutes before I even go live. They're just sitting there, just refresh. I knew it. Everything. Squad says, but I am the fastest.
You are just a figment
arts.
of my imagination.
That's probably not true. I probably am a figment of everybody's imagination. That is true, Squad. You are very fast in the arts. You are extremely fast in the arts. Do I need to put you back in your place? That's true. I guess Loki is one of the few that has actually put some ran dev in their place. So that is a great point, actually. Third, you're unmuted. They're obsessed. Except videos and dev. True. That's a good point. That is a really great point. Let's see here. We got some maybe. Yes, that would be hot. Hello, Moonwood. Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Autumn, and this is Mootwood Games. By the way, hi, Serd, and Pixel Tanuki, Axel. Yeah, it's always good to see everybody, all the cool kids here at this cool kids table. Slap him with a fish. Please don't. That would be the worst. If I'm gonna get slapped, the worst way for me to get slapped is with a fish. So if anybody ever sees me, I mean, we had talked about this before. Everybody has permission. If you see me, you can slap me. But please do not slap me with a fish. Please do not do that. Make sure to streak. Okay, Moon. I do have some spoiled, not safe for work art. There'll be streaking tech. Well, there we go. There we go. Yeah, let's get some streaking spoiled art here as everybody streaks here in the stream. So I would appreciate that. Emphasis on the. Axel says, Moonwood name drop? Wait, I feel like everybody knew my name was Kevin, right? I mean, no, I'm gonna legally change my name to Moon. It's gonna happen. Anyway, hi everybody. Hello, Autumn. Welcome, glad to see you here. Sir, the art you requested is looking very well, and I drew one more. Ooh, nice. How's everyone doing? I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I appreciate you for asking, Autumn. I'm sure that you're asking everybody else as well, though, so I'm gonna let everybody else answer for that question. I thought that was supposed to be kept a secret. Oh, I mean, yeah, my name is not Kevin. My name is Moon, or Mooney. I was gonna say for short, but that would be longer. Yeah, my name is Mooney for short. Friends call me Mooney. Demo out in 3047. Hey, it might take that long. Potentially. Also, I drew Tanuki again. Yep, I will get it when 8. Ooh, that's coming up. That's coming up fast. Hey, I didn't drop the last name. No one knows that but me. That is true. Adam, I'm pretty sure, is the only one that actually knows my full name. So, yeah. The progress sounds like it is going good. It is going well. It is going well. We're making some really good progress. We are almost there. We are getting very close. We're working on getting the menu. This should be like one of the last big systems we have to get working. And then after that, it should be kind of minimal systems, honestly. I say that, but now I'm like, is it actually minimal systems? Let's get in here. Yes, we got the main menu, which does also involve some character creation. It's probably just going to be at this point in the demo, just like character selection, and then we'll do creation later. Replace player icons. We're actually working on that right now. And then we've got perk, enemy, music and sounds. Yeah, so basically, as soon as we get these first 3 done, it's the main menu, the character creation, and then replacing the player graphics, which we are kind of doing in the process of. Once we get those done, it's basically just adding more content until we feel like it is good to be a demo. And then after that, I probably just need to like update the Steam page, make a trailer, all that fun stuff. And yeah, and then it's releasing a demo and calling it good. And then we're just gonna abandon the game. We're just gonna be like, well, there's the demo, abandoned, we're done. We don't need to do all of this. Who needs all that stuff? Anyway, so yeah, we are making progress. We are getting closer, very close, as I would like to say. We are getting close. What? I know, right? That was like the perfect sound right there. Over on YouTube, it looks like Axel was first. Congratulations on getting first over on YouTube, Axel. Merman says, hey, have you ever had a weird tinting issue where you can physically see a line slowly going over the screen tinting it? Are you meaning just like in general on your computer, or are you meaning in RPG Maker? Whichever one, maybe. Tilla says, hello, Tilla, welcome, glad to see you here. How you doing? How's life treating you? How's your week going so far? I wish the GIFs would actually work over on YouTube. It makes me so sad. Let's see, Shoden says, hey, been a bit since I've been participating in your streams. I have been working my booty off. Gotta keep it family friendly until after 10 p.m. Yeah, Shoden, it has been a hot minute. How you doing? How's life? It sounds like you've been busy, hard at work. I hope that life's been treating you well. Tilla says, what have you been working on? That is true. I want to hear what Tilla's been working on. Tillo, I would absolutely love to hear what you've been going on as well. But Shoden, I would love to hear what you've got going on. If you got any links or anything like that you want to share, I don't know if you can share links on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube allows links to be shared. But if you have something to search, I'd absolutely love to hear about it. The progress sounds like it's going well. I have a 59 stream streak. Oh my gosh, Scold. You are getting real close to that 6-0. That is impressive. That is very impressive right there. I've gotten first once before. True, Seelick. You did get first once before. I feel like there's been a handful of people that have gotten first, and that's usually the streams that Sir doesn't show up to. But there are a few people who have gotten first, even with Serd in the chat. 8 more, and it'll be amazing. That's true. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic once you hit 6-7. Squad says, Pixel Tanuki Games. I don't know why I said your full username. Says, ha 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 ha. You're a Kevin. How dare you laugh at that? But yes, I am a Kevin. I am a Kevin. I know. I feel like as soon as everybody hears that I'm a Kevin, everyone's like, yeah. But do you know what? We're just gonna ignore the fact that I am a Kevin. I am a Moon. I am a Moon and a Games. Sometimes a Wood. I see it now. Glad you see it now. I had no idea you were a Kevin. Yeah. I don't talk about it very often. It kind of breaks the whole Moon illusion, you know? I see it now. I'm glad you see it now. Let's see, some random says, Kevin, watch the light. Loud breaking sound. You're more like a Fred. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment. I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that you say I'm more like a Fred. Me and Autumn found out your name, and we had agreed to keep it to ourselves. Oh. I'm pretty sure that I've said at least my first name. I know that I haven't said my full name on stream before. But I think that, yeah, I think you and Autumn are like the two that know my full name. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Anyway, it's McAllister. Dang it! Loki! Shh, you're supposed to keep that a secret. But it's true. I am Kevin McAllister. No relation, though. No relation to the Home Alone kid. Just happenstance. Unlike how when I found out Serd's name. This video ends me. Wait, what video? What do we got going on here? Is this something I can pull up? Oh, yes, this one. Oh, it's so good. Okay, do you know what? I don't usually play videos because I'm worried about issues. But we got to play this one. It's so good. And do you know what? If I get an issue with copyright and I don't get if I don't get revenue for this stream, whatever, I don't care. I don't care. It's fine because I absolutely freaking love this video so much. Here we go.
Oh God! Why can't I get it? Kevin, don't, Kevin, watch the light, dude.
Oh, it's so good. Literally 2 seconds. 1 second. Watch the light, dude. Bam. Yep, that's Kevin's for you. That is Kevin's right there for you. That's can't take us anywhere. Can't take us anywhere. You can't take us seriously.
_Falls_ today says Home Alone was actually based off of Mooney's childhood.
That is true. Yeah, I was very much so forgotten as a child. Actually, do you know what's funny? Actually, no. Okay, we gotta look at this. How many siblings?
Thank you, Mermanelli, for gifting 1 membership to the Moonwood Alliance.
Oh my goodness! What the Merman? Oh, Tillo gifted. I gotta figure out what's going on there. I've got to figure out what's going on there. Merman, congratulations on getting the gifted membership. And Tillo, thank you so much for gifting a membership. You are absolutely fantastic. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that it does it that way. It like reverses it for some reason, and it announces that the person who's getting gifted is the one who gifted. I don't know why, and I need to figure that out. It is very bizarre. But Tillo, thank you so much for gifting that membership. I do appreciate that. And Merman, congratulations on getting a membership. So very nice stuff. Very beautiful stuff. Anyway, yeah, if I can spell siblings, siblings does Kevin McAllister have? Thank you, Google, for listing off their names and making me count. Just give me a give me a number. All right, do you know what? This is why people just Google things. Okay, never mind. They also don't just give me a number. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? 4 siblings? I thought there were like a dozen. Didn't they have like a dozen? As the youngest child of Peter and Kate McAllister, he has 2 older brothers and 2 older... I swear that it was like a family of like a dozen. The first line says 4. Well, okay, but it wasn't a number. It can't be a spelled out number. It has to be a number. Otherwise, it just doesn't pop out on the page. I know that it's highlighted. but it needs to be a number. It can't be a spelled out number. That's just, remember, I am a Kevin. I need the number in my face. I don't need a spelled out number, okay? I'm just saying. I don't want to read. I just want to look. And when Google's making me do reading, it's just not a good time. Anyway, that is like mind blowing. I swear there were like a dozen siblings in that movie. Does anybody else remember it being a bigger family? How the freak did they forget him? Like, oh, other children featured in the household during Home Alone are his cousins. Okay, so there were cousins there. That's why I'm remembering more kids. I was like, there's no way. There's no way it was only 5 kids total. That makes a lot more sense. The voice in my head is speaking to me. And it sounds like I came to the exact realization that the voice in my head has told me that I finally came to. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense. I need to rewatch Home Alone apparently. Do you know what actually is here's a random sad fact? I guess you could say it's a sad fact, not necessarily a fun fact.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I think it's a sad fact. I don't care what you think, sir. I like how I can have like a conversation with you even though you're not actually talking. Anyway, here's a sad fact. I have watched Home Alone a total of 1 time in my life. 1 time when I was probably like 10 years old. That is the only time I've ever watched Home Alone. Other than that, I've seen like clips. That's about it. So I should probably watch it again this year. I should watch Home Alone again this year. Yeah, probably do that. Should probably do that. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, yeah, this video definitely ends me too. What does this mean? You know what it means. I still don't know if you actually ever figured out Summerend Dev's actual name. I don't know. If I had 8, you have to live stream my whole game when it is released. Wait. If I did 8, you have to live stream my whole game when it's released. Oh wait, this is in response to what? 8 more and it'll be amazing. 8 more what? I can't remember what the context was for that. Wag! Red. Oh, did you as well? Let's see, I'm already gonna shake my head. You are too kind. I'm pretty sure you told me, is it not Robert? I hope I didn't, but maybe I did a while ago. Maybe. I just remembered about my dare for 182 cats, and that in the demo is going to be in the full version. So I do have that dare still. I don't know why I said I do, but I did say I do. So we do have that in here. So if I find cat, okay, there we go. Cat quest / NPC. Yes. So we do still have this whole thing right here, which is basically, yeah, Hootie Hen dared me to add 182 cats to the game. So that will be added as a side quest to rescue the cats from the tomb, make the NPC Hootie Hen, and then at the end, then have some randev join in and say, I have 1 more cat for you to find, and it turns out it is going to be a big boss cat you find. So that one's not going to be in the demo because that is going to take part in the town. It's like in just the demo, there's not going to be quests or anything like that. So we will have this in the full release of the game, but only because the town is not going to be a part of the demo, and that's going to be a town quest. So there will be the cats in the game, but it is going to have to be in the full release. So, yeah. Let's see here. The chicken is a Twitch interface. Wait. A Moon interactive Twitch interface when the chicken is the Twitch interface. That's true. These chickens are the Twitch interface. I do need to make it more interactive though. I mean, I know that we used to have the interactive stuff before, right? We had the whole spell thing going on with the whole Twitch integration, which was a lot of fun. I need to remake that thing. What the?
Thank you Footlongisico for maintaining the Moonwood Alliance for 8 months.
Footlongisico, thank you so much for the 12-month. Holy smokes, wait, what? You resubbed for 12 months at tier 1. Oh my gosh. Wait, does that mean that you just locked in a 1-year tier 1 subscription? Oh my gosh, Footlongisico, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Holy smokes. That is absolutely fantastic, and I appreciate that. So thank you so much. Yeah, I heard the 12 months, and I was like, wait, you've been subbed for 12 months already? And then it says that you've been subscribed for 8 months, which means, I'm pretty sure if I'm reading that right, you did a 1-year subscription. Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. But that is true. Summerend Dev, you are correct. The chickens are the Twitch interface. But I do need to make it more interactive. I do need to make it interactive. I'm slowly but surely working on my own Pixie.js game. That is absolutely fantastic, Cameron. Squad says about my game.
Thanks for the follow, Crabwitch.
Crabwitch, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you're having an absolutely fantastic week so far. Squad says about my game, I just finished base systems, the system side, what I am talking about, and it works perfectly. All I have to add is an interactive gameplay to, interactive gameplay to like skills / powers that the player can interact with and objects on the map. That is fantastic. I'm glad that it's going so well for you, Squad. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that it keeps going so well for you. So, hey, absolutely fantastic stuff.
Thank you at Tillo9511 for joining the Moonwood Alliance.
Oh my goodness, 2 months is crazy. Tillo, thank you so much for now for. Thank you so much for now and now for being a member.
Just gigantified an emote with 30 bits.
For being here for 2 months. I do appreciate that. And thank you so much for Long Eye Skull for the gigantified emotes and the 30 bits. I do appreciate that. So thank you so much. That is very kind of you. Loki says, also hashtag giveaway. That is true. We do need to talk about the giveaway. So let me actually, really quickly, I'm going to start the heads or tails prediction. Let's come over here. Start prediction. Heads or tails coin flip. We're going to put 10 minutes on the clock. So make sure to get your guesses in there, which you think it's going to be. So if you're over here on Twitch, if you're over on YouTube, I guess you could put if you think it's going to be heads or tails, but that is going to be coming up here in the next 10 minutes. So make sure to get your guesses in there if it's going to be heads or tails. Yeah, so the giveaway. So let's come down here. We've got the game key giveaway. So just in case you're new here, if you want to join the Discord server, whatever it may be, as a reminder, we do have the free Steam key giveaway that happens weekly. That just happened on the last stream. So we now have a new post up right here for getting into this next giveaway for the next Sunday stream. So if you would like, just all you have to do is just join the Discord server if you're not already a member. Come over here to the game key giveaways channel right here, and then just add a reaction. Any reaction to this post. It could be the fire. It could be the dancing Moonshan. It could be a middle finger. Whatever you want it to be. Maybe if you do a middle finger, you might make Loki mad. Loki might not put your name in there. But anyway, add a reaction here to this post right here, and then you will be added to the wheel to be able to potentially win a free Steam key. Now, it's not any Steam key. It is a list of about 650-ish Steam keys that have been donated very graciously by our very own Loki. And so, yeah, so you'll get your name added to that wheel. We'll be able to spin it on the Sunday stream, and then if your name gets picked, you will then be able to get to pick from a list of about 650 roughly Steam games. So, yeah, there's your reminder. So make sure if you have not already, come in here and add a reaction right here. So beautiful stuff. I appreciate that reminder, Loki. Keep it simple, so half of your streams aren't broken, right? I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, that's really what you gotta do, because as soon as you start getting a little bit too complicated, you know, once you start trying to add, like, I don't know, like something random, like a witch that floats on a broom, and you start getting like a bunch of little, I don't know what I'd name them, like goomblers or something like that. As soon as you have all of them walking around, things just start breaking. It just gets out of hand and too much, and the stream just can't handle it. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't go too overboard, because who knows what could happen? Who knows what could happen if I just keep trying to make it as cool as possible? It could just break all the time, and nobody wants that to happen. Some Randall Devin, why does IMDb say you worked at Blood Money? I knew it. Heads or tails? Heads or tails is a tug of war style battle. That is true. I got first a long time ago, a few times. That is true, Hoodiehead, you did. I knew you was a Kevin from the Minecraft stream. That's true. Wasn't my name on there, Kevin or something like that? I think so. Robert Robertson, he does a side gig as a 911 dispatcher. I knew it. I have an IMDb. Honestly, I might be able to finish the things this year, but the hard thing is going to be animating sprites and adding animated cutscenes to it and voice acting for it. I want it to be a fully animated game. Oh my gosh, Skull, that is going to be wild. That is going to be super cool, though. I'm very excited to see your game. Moon in this video confirmed. Oh, well, that's actually based off of Mooney's childhood. And Sky, children of light artists. Two of my favorite things. True. Kevin feels like me, like someone tells me to watch the light, and I'm that, what? You think this light can't be hit with a pillow? You're not the boss of me. And yeah, that's basically how I am too. You have an IMDb. I guess I worked on Blood Money. I guess so. Snooki says 4? There is a number. It says 4. Read the blue. Okay, I know I already mentioned this, but I can't read numbers. I just want to look at the number. All right, I'm just saying that. It says 4. It's highlighted. My celestial body. I just finished art it was working on, and now before Moonwood starts the game dev, I'm proud of you, School, and I'm very proud of you. It was all the cousins and stuff. Yeah. Maybe I should have caught up on
chat, and then you guys could have all answered my questions about Home Alone. I don't want to read. I just want to look. And what I want is review on my smut. That is true. I do need to give a review on the smut, don't I? Did you share a link anywhere? If not, I'm gonna need a link.
Tanuki. I almost called you Taduki. This is Sir's IMDb. Is it? Is it really? Yep, that looks like Sir, all right. That is definitely Sir right there. Yep. Summer Dev is known for Blood Money 2025. It happens. It happens. We all knew that Sir was cool. I just didn't know Sir was that cool.
Sickles summoned Mood-chan.
Oh, there we go. There's Mood-chan right there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's see here. I want to read. I want to look. Read this answer. Yes, Scoiled. Oh, Sir, you worked on Blood Money. Is this a famous game? It's gotta be. It's gotta be Semi. Markiplier played it. Huh. But yes, I am credited for code in Blood Money. Oh, decently known. Decently known. And Full Guys says sup with the tier 1 for 12 months. Absolutely fantastic. And also being here for already for 8 months is crazy. So I do appreciate that. So thank you. Thank you. If I'm not wrong, I do know Sir's name. If only someone offered to do this. Yeah. He just refuses to confirm, not deny. If only a game jam was coming up to make a Twitch integration. True. True. Fully Guys says 8. I've been subbed for 13, right? I think so. I'm pretty sure that it's 13.
Dominating.
Let's see here. Crabwitch says, have you went over the art already, cutie? Well, first of all, I appreciate that. I have not yet, but I'm going to be taking a look at art here in just a second. Let's see. Oh, that's not a command. Sad. Let's see. You're correct. Let's see. Okay, we're getting caught up. It's not Robert Voorhees. Isn't that a race from Star Trek? If not, then someone else is using your username. Sird is dead. No! Poor Sird. WTF is happening. You ceased. You passed. Watching Sird get bullied after you bullied me yesterday is so great. I mean, it's true. I feel like some Randev does get bullied a little bit more often than I would assume would happen here on the stream. No, sir, they bullied you. I can't believe I got exposed for freaking death. No 8 more pick for you. That's just tragic. Yeah, I'm wrong about it. I genuinely can't find anything. They did confirm it, but I was entirely wrong. I feel like you could do a good Invader Zim voice. Do you know what's actually funny? I used to be able to do a pretty good Invader Zim. I used to be much better at voices, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I used to have a pretty good Homestar Runner voice. I used to have a pretty good Strong Bad voice. I feel like if I was yeah, I have to be in like the right headspace. But okay, let's see if I can do it. Okay, here we go. We got to do this. Homestar Runner. All right, everybody, just look at the image and just picture Homestar Runner. All right. Okay. Oh, hello there. I'm Homestar Runner, and this is a website. That's what I got. That's what I got for you. And then we can do a little bit of Strong Bad. Oh, holy freaking crap, man. This is Strong Bad. I'm talking to you through the computer. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I used to love Homestar Runner. I used to watch him all the time. And yeah, I used to be very good at all the voices. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I used to. Keyword being there, used to be good at the voices. Now I basically just do them every now and then to make people laugh, and that's about it. So that's what I got. That's what I got for you. Okay, well, let's see. Moving on from that. But for the Invader Zim voice, I don't know if I ever really tried to master an Invader Zim voice. I don't know if I would be able to do it very well. I have been told that every now and then I sound like Homer Simpson, so that's pretty exciting stuff. Anyway, yeah, fun times. I need your voice in my game for real. Well, there we go. I'm down. I am down to do it. I will 100% do it. I will even do the Strong Bad pose. And it's a good time. It's a good time right there. Okay, we're leaving that for now. Let's see over here on YouTube. Posted a video of it in general, also showcasing a day-night system and dynamic noises. You can get a different background sound depending on the day and night. Nice. Yeah, we're definitely going to take a look at that. I've just been taking a few science classes over the summer, chemistry and astronomy. Ooh, that's actually kind of fun. Well, the astronomy part. Chemistry, not my cup of tea, but astronomy, that's actually kind of fun. No need to worry about monetization. LOL, that classic He-Man video in your recommended. Yeah, do you know what's actually really funny? My daughter is a huge fan of that He-Man video. She loves it so much, and I'm trying to raise her on the classics. So you gotta get the He-Man video. Yay, OMG, thank you so much. I love you. No problem. The first line says, 4 siblings. The last Easter dinner I had with my family before my grandfather passed away had 70-something people, 8 aunts/uncles, my cousins, and their kids. That is a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Oh yeah, kind of going back to that. Yeah, it's I guess the reason why I always thought there were so many is because I have a lot. I have a lot of siblings. So for anybody that didn't know, yeah, I am number 3 of 10. So there are 10 kids in my family.
The coin flips ends in 1 minute.
That's right. That's right. Everybody, if you have not already put a bet on the heads or tails coin flip, make sure, because you've only got 35 seconds left. So make sure to get your guesses on there for the coin flip. But yeah, anyway, so I've got a lot of siblings. So I guess I was always just assuming that Kevin McAllister also had a lot of siblings, but it was because of like the cousins and stuff like that. Sir's name is probably like Arthur or something. No, it's got to be George. It's got to be George. George is definitely Sir's name. It's George Bronley Smith. George Bronley Smith. That is Sir's real name right there, just in case anybody's wondering. Drifty has said their name is one of his past first impressions live streams. About 1,000 videos to go through. Oh my gosh. I mean, if you've got the dedication, then could be worth it, maybe. Could be worth it. And let's see, Lolly X on YouTube says, yo, I have questions. Why MV, not MZ? That is an absolutely fantastic question. I do appreciate you asking it. So it is, it's kind of twofold, okay? So the reason why MV and not MZ. So I started working on this project about a year and a half ago now. Actually, we're coming up on 2 years. Oh my gosh. So I started working on this project about 2 years ago. And at the time, I did not own MZ because I was like, why would I get MZ? I didn't really know what the differences were going to be between MZ and MV and MZ. And so I was like, why would I get MZ? Why am I going to spend an extra like $60 and get MZ? I'm just going to just keep on MV. And so that's what I did. I also wanted to stick with MV because I had all the plugins that I knew would work for the game I wanted to make, and they were all on MV. And at the time when I was looking for stuff for MZ, I couldn't find as many of the plugins that I would need. So I'm like, we're just going to stick with MV. So I started making it on MV. And I was like, yeah, this is fine. Like, I own MZ. It's whatever. And then about, when was it? It's probably about 6 months into my streaming, because I started streaming back in December of 2024. And so I've been working on this game since then. And yeah, so about 6 months into my streaming, I actually got a message from Toasty, if you know the YouTuber Toasty, huge RPG maker, content creator, and just all around awesome person. So yeah, so got a message from Toasty. So Sumran Dev, which some people may know as Sumran Dude, the absolutely infamous and amazing plugin creator for RPG Maker. So apparently Sumran Dev now had suggested to Toasty to be a part of a collab, and so they messaged me, and I was like, yes, like that sounds absolutely fantastic. But they were making a game in MZ, so I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go buy MZ because I want to be a part of this collab. So I have MZ now, and I really, really want to make this game in MZ. But we're also about almost 2 years into development in this game, and a lot of the stuff that I've done in this game, I would not be able to just like copy and paste into MZ. There's a ton of JavaScript, lots of plugins. I could probably replace most of the plugins with other plugins, but I would have to go back into all the systems, reconfigure them for those things. Like, don't get me wrong. If I could redo this in RPG Maker MZ, I would 100% do it, because there are some things in MZ that I know I could do that I cannot do in MV. So anyway, so to answer your question, long story short is I didn't have MZ at the time when I started this project, and so that's why I'm kind of doing MV. But going forward, any project that I have been working on, any of like the game jams I've been doing, I've always done MZ. And so yeah, so MZ is definitely where I'm going to be going after this. But for now, I'm just going to finish this on MV, and then we'll call it good. So anyway, yeah, that is why. Why not Zoidberg? Why not Zoidberg? Okay, that's a terrible impression. I don't know why I tried to do a Zoidberg impression.
3453 just summoned Eclipse.
But I don't think that Eclipse Chan could really do any worse or better as a Zoidberg impressionist, so we're just going to leave it at that. Thank you for answering a huge story. Not gonna lie, that was a very long story. I apologize for that. That is my bad. That is my bad. So you know. Anyway, here, let's see. Maybe ever guess Sir's name. LOL. No way. Stop doxing me, Moon. I'm sorry, Sumran Dev. I will make a game, every one of them go. I am scared. Why did you make this game? It haunts me forever. For free nightmare. Okay. Wait. So you're making a horror game? Oh. That would be the exact reaction when you played my game. That would make sense. All right, what do we got here, Loki? what do we got here? Oh, I have seen the short. Yeah. This guy is actually the one who made the Maya He, not the Maya He. That's completely different. The He-Man song video thing. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy right there. So if you have not seen the short, really good one. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Bobby3453, for maintaining the Moonwood Alliance for 4 months.
Bobby, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I love how your username just makes it take so much longer to say. Just got to say all the numbers outright. So I do appreciate that, Bobby. Thank you so much for being subscribed for 4 months. That is absolutely fantastic. I do appreciate it. So thank you for that. Let's see. My watch streak. What is your watch streak? It's not horror game. I promise. I don't know about that. I don't remember this. Is it coin toss time? Yes, absolutely, Hootie Hand. It is definitely coin toss time. Fabulous secret powers. All right, everybody, let's come over here. We're gonna do the coin flip here really quickly. I know, some red def. Just, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna jump in here. We're gonna do the coin flip. I like how I address you, even though you're not even the one. You're not even the one that played the sound. Okay, here we go. Let's come over here to coin flip. Where is it? There we go. Coin flip version 1.2. Let's pull that up and let's head over here to the absolutely fantastic heads or tails. Because it is that time. It is that time, everybody. It's that absolutely fantastic time for the heads or tails. So everybody, you know it. You love it. Here we go. We're going to do the tug of war heads or tails. And yes, we're going to see what happens. So remember, it's first to have 3 wins. It's not a best 2 out of 3. It's not a best 3 out of 5. It is the first to 3 wins is the one that wins. So here we go. Well, we got a heads. Okay, we got 1 heads. Not bad. It's a good start considering how tails has been for the past few times. But of course, tails has got to jump here. And tails has got to get at least a little bit. Our Tails has got to get it close. It's got to get it close, but there's no way Tails is going to win again, right? Okay, all right. There's one heads. That's not bad. Okay, we got another heads. It could be heads, but Tails could take it back. You never know. Oh, we got a heads win. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations if you voted for heads. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Beautiful times. Yeah, fantastic. I feel like I need some kind of like cheering sound effect to be going on right here when the game is over. I probably should do that at some point in time. Just some nice cheers, you know? I don't know. We'll see. Anybody. That has been the absolutely fantastic, wonderful, amazing, beautiful, high octane heads or tails. Yeah. High octane, right? That's, we'd all agree with that, right? High octane. Oh, good times. Anyway, so congratulations if you did vote for heads. It looks like we've got 3.9k channel points over on heads and 3.4k channel points over on tails. So beautiful stuff. It looks like the majority did win this time, so not bad at all. Heads is the winner, so that's going to be 7,334 points that are coming your way. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Okay, let's do the complete prediction for the heads. Fantastic stuff. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Anyway, Squirrel, if you want VAs, I can volunteer. Ooh, that would be awesome to get Autumn in there as well. Looks different. Wait, did it look different? I feel like it's been like that for at least a couple months, right? One of the Unreal Engine VTubers I follow that also made the Tentacle Twitch plugin had a head and tails that actually that's actually a coin they modeled. It's sun and moon. I feel like you would like that. Okay, that's actually really cool. I probably should have done something like that, shouldn't I? I probably should have done something that was like head. That was sun and moon. That would have made a lot more sense. I probably should just like take, I don't know, maybe like one of the VTubers that we have and put those on the coins. That'll make it a little bit more make a little bit more sense. All your mana becomes mine. Let's see. We share. That sounds good. Was about to say when I noticed your badge. You get high on octane. Maybe 89 octane, or should I say elevated? Anyway, I recently discovered that I have a Yeti mic, so I have something at least slightly better than computer/phone microphone. LMAO. Yeah, the Yeti is absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's what I got. That's what I've got, and I feel like it works out pretty well. If it doesn't sound good, let me know. But yeah, horrors on RPG Maker sound so classic. Oh, the classic horror games made in RPG Maker. You can't beat them. You just can't beat them. All right, everybody. Let's jump over here. Let's take a quick look at the art channel, and then we're going to jump in and we're going to do some game dev stuff. I believe we shall. So, if you come in here, let's see. Now, here's the thing, though. I did recently go through the art. So, if someone posted something that was a little bit further back, let me know. I think we saw all of this in a previous stream. I took a look at this off stream, but I'm going to show this on stream because freaking Dan, like, this is Holy smokes, I am loving the way this thing is looking. Like, look at this. Look at this freaking custom engine that Dan has made. Like, amazing stuff. Yeah, like you got the freaking textures, but not only textures, not just textures, you also have animated textures in this thing. And a skybox. Yeah, fantastic engine that Dan has got going on right here. I also love the name of it, just Lewd Works. It's beautiful stuff. Yeah, Dan, your engine is looking absolutely fantastic. If I was smart enough, I would maybe ask if I could use the engine to try and make a game, and I feel like I would not be smart enough to be able to make something in something like this, but maybe one day. Yeah, beautiful stuff. I'm loving it. I am loving it. You're doing great stuff here. RPG Maker, the only RPG engine where practically no one actually makes RPGs. That's a great point. Technically, we are making an RPG in RPG Maker. It just doesn't look like your classic top-down RPG. So you know. Actually, okay, if your name is not pronounced LollyX, let me know. If it's supposed to be lol9, if it's supposed to be Roman numerals, either way. Anyway, are you new here? I feel like I don't really recognize your name. So if you're new here, we're definitely have to show off the game a little bit. But yeah, so we are technically making an RPG. It just isn't gonna look like your classic RPG Maker RPG. So you know. All right, let's see here. So coming down here. So we did take a look at this, which I will just kind of like highlight really quickly. Like it looks so good. I don't really understand how this thing's working, but like it is crazy. Like amazing stuff right here. Yeah, so again, beautiful stuff, Dan. Okay, so here we got from Cameron, we got Chalice, Protector of the Sovereign of the Omni Balance. Ooh, I'm liking it. I am liking this work in progress. Yeah, that is looking really good so far. Yeah, keep that up. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Very excited. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Cameron. Now I will say, let's see, who was it that had mentioned? It was Crabwitch. Crabwitch had mentioned if I looked at art yet. So if you have something you want to share, 100% feel free. And if you're a different username on Discord, and then maybe let us know. Anyway, what do we got here? We got the translation. Hello, Moonwood and character. I'm assuming Char. Hello, welcome. That is a really cool translation. I like that. Yeah, very cool. So wait. Is this a whole like alphabet you made yourself? That is impressive. That is very impressive. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I'm a shorts viewer, sadly. I know about your game, and also your tips help me a lot. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so you're not coming in here blind, like, who is this guy? What are they doing? What are they making? Okay, awesome. Sounds good. I'm gonna adjust my fan really quick. Putting up too high at the ceiling, and I wasn't getting any of the air, and it was getting very hot down here. Yeah, freaking, oh my gosh. I am counting down the days to when summer is over. I like summer. I hate it right now. It is the worst thing in the world. I was driving to work yesterday morning, and by the time I got to work, literally 7:50 in the morning, and it was like 89 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius. That was definitely Fahrenheit. If that was Celsius, I'd be dead. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it was 89 degrees Fahrenheit when I parked my car at 7:50 in the morning. Worst thing in the world. I am so sick of summer. It is the worst. It is the absolute worst. And I live in Utah. Freaking Utah. And I don't live in like St. George, Utah. I live in central Utah, where it's not really supposed to be that, like it gets hot, but it's not that hot. But it got hot. It got real hot. It's terrible. I am so ready for summer to be over. I feel like just everywhere has been really hot this summer. It's terrible. Let's see here. Shameless plug to go to twitch.tv/LokiTrickster. True, and help raise the VPET. True. Looks like the Windows 95 screen. It really does, which is really cool. If you do so, I'll DM you. Got it from either my brother or my mom. I gotta go do something. Bye. Have a good stream. Hootie Hen, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you in a future stream. I hope. Maybe because I am shy. That's fair. Bye, Hootie. Have a good one. Nice. I want one in my future. Yeah, honestly, like, if you can find one that's on sale, highly recommend it. Even used, it's honestly really good. It does take a little bit of setting up to, like, get the voice to, like, sound right, but once you do, it honestly sounds really good. It is the Omni Balance script. Oh, the Omni Balance race. Use it to secretly communicate. Nice. This summer is too much for me. Yeah, it's terrible. It is terrible. It's Mern Man. My YouTube is... Oh, I see. Okay, all right. That makes more sense. That actually makes way more sense. Okay, let's come back over here to the art. Oh yeah, I think you had posted this in general. That's my bad. That is my bad. Any solution to this weird tinting issue I'm having using my day/night cycle? This is only backgrounds. No need to worry about copyright. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we got going on here. So you say it's a weird tinting issue. Trying to see what I'm seeing. Oh, I'm seeing it now. There's a little thing right there. Okay, wait. Is it a tint thing? I guess the question is, what is it? What is the tint issue? Is it the actual like fog looking stuff? What was it, the line in the fog? Or was it like this actual like shifting in the tint? Is that not meant to be? Like, is it not supposed to go from like a bluish greenish to a reddish? Cause I like watching that all seemed natural. So I don't know. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, so day and night slash tint, day/night tint. This parallel event handles the screen tints. Please refer to the guide for more details. If hours are not equal to last tint time, then last tint time equals hours. If hours are equal to 0, then we tint here over the course of 2 seconds. If you're equal to 5, as a nighttime off, as a daytime on, we tint to that over 2 seconds. And then if hours equal 8, daytime tint. Huh. And then just set to normal tint at 2 seconds. Interesting. It's the line. It's not supposed to do that. The tint itself is fine. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that looks like it's, because it's, I'm assuming it's just an image. And it's such a weird tinting issue I'm having using a daylight cycle. Yeah, it's, yeah, if you're meaning just this line right here that's kind of going over, from what I'm seeing, it's the fog itself. So it's the image that's like overlaying to be the fog. It's just not repeating correctly on a vertical plane. Yeah, so horizontally, I don't really see any break. So it looks like the loop, the repeating edges horizontally are correct. Yeah, so my guess is it's just the image right there. When it gets to the end of like that fog layer, it then isn't looping correctly once it hits the other side. It's kind of what I'm noticing. That would be my guess. That would be my guess right there. Getting so close to having the letter grid set up. Ooh, nice. I think I know what it is. Looking at it, it's my light layer. Instead of being static, it's moving. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I would say that's what it is. So yeah, if you can just have it be static instead of having it move, because it looked like it's just moving up and to the left slightly, ever so slowly. And yeah, so I think if you were to change that, then you should be good. Pretty sure. Spoiled, or you can DM me personally, as my account is on the Discord server from whatever account you want. True. The next hardest part is ensuring words are in the grid. Yeah, that kind of stuff is very difficult. Essentially, you're playing Boggle. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of fun. I actually really like that. That is really cool. Anyway, yeah, so I hope that is helpful. But that is looking really good. I think the one thing that I will say, in terms of like a suggestion, this is nothing that you have to do. This would just be a suggestion from me. And that would be when you're checking the hours. So this is running, so game start active. It's kind of funny. I've noticed that a lot of people kind of do the exact same thing that I do. And it's just kind of funny, like, what we name things, right? It's like you have switch number 1 is game start. I'm assuming it's like game start active, right? And in my game, and in any other game that I make, switch number 1, I always call always on. And that is because as soon as I start the game, whether it's, through a script or whatever it may be, I turn on this switch because I know that this switch will always be on. And then if there's anything that I want to be running at all times during gameplay, I can just set it to the always on, because always on will, well, always be on. And yeah, so it's just kind of funny to see like how, and I've seen other people also have a switch like that where it is switch number 1 and it is essentially some kind of variant of like always on, always active, game start active, that kind of a thing. So kind of funny stuff. Anyway, yeah. So let's see. So if hours are not equal to last tint time, Okay. So here's something that I would maybe suggest, and again, this is just completely, this is probably more like a personal thing, and so if you don't want to do this, do not feel like you have to, do not feel any pressure of that at all, okay? But I would maybe say that the tint should take longer than 2 seconds. So 120 frames is 2 seconds. Like, I would maybe say do like...
Today says, okay, so coding update.
Yes.
I have not made any progress coding since Sunday, but I have figured out what I want to make, which seems feasible and can easily have a vertical slice be made for demos and such. 3.
Yeah, that would be absolutely fantastic. Like, you know, and you know, if you haven't made any progress, not the end of the world. Sometimes you got to take a break. No worries at all. That is awesome. That is awesome. You got an idea, especially for being able to get a vertical slice done. That is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, so I'd say that's probably like the only suggestion. With like just having it, maybe like have it be like 5 seconds or 10 seconds that it takes to shift the tint. Unless, of course, you're wanting to be a lot more obvious when it's shifting, but like the longer you can spread it out, especially depending on how fast the day-night cycle is running, which it looks like here in this demo, it doesn't look like it's going, I guess it is kind of going. Actually, let me see this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 5 to 6 seconds every 10 minutes. Okay. I guess a 2 second tint shift isn't that bad then. Anyway, yeah. So that'd probably be like the only thing. Everything else looks absolutely fantastic here. Yeah, you're doing absolutely beautiful work. I love this. I love it. Let's see here. I made evil letter hoarding wizard names. I like that. It helped looking at it from your screen. Also, at the end of the event is a wait to prevent lag and having to refresh every frame. Oh, nice. Yeah. Very important to have a wait like that. I'm probably going to work on his art today. Ooh, I'm hopped up on Carmelo's? What's a Carmelo? I only made the tint shorter to see if it was... Oh, gotcha. Okay, missing with the map showing lighter layer moving. I agree with you. I'm all about the juice of the game. Okay, all right. I figured it was something like that. That was like the only thing. See, here's the thing. Like when I'm looking at the code, I'm like, is there anything helpful that I can offer other than just being like, oh, you should do this thing? So I was like trying to see if there's anything like helpful to give, but you were already on top of that, which is absolutely fantastic. Cadbury Caramel. Oh, I see now. Just seeing RPG Maker event screen makes me want to work on my game. This never happened to me in this year. I do have a want of making games, but I am so forward right now. No, you definitely should. And here's the thing too. Like if you're seeing this and it's making you want to make a game, that is totally fine. No worries at all.
Cameron Reed just redeems trifecta.
Oh boy, we got the trifecta. Well then, I suppose we can then do a trifecta, and then we're gonna jump into game dev stuff, which is gonna be beautiful. So yeah, so the Cadbury Caramel squares. I'm 1.4K away from my name in the credits. Animator, that's absolutely fantastic. I'm rooting for you. Cadbury is the best thing from Down Under, in my opinion. Cadbury is very good. I do really like Cadbury. I know what your game is. Also, tips help me a lot. I'm glad they do help you. And to pronounce it however you like. I know it's difficult for foreigners. Yeah, that's me. I just struggle with pronouncing names anyway. No way you have helped send her on Discord. Wait, what? Oh, you're meaning just like, yeah, absolutely. No, if okay, for anybody watching this right now, if you are an RPG Maker dev and you are wanting to get any amount of help for RPG Maker, feel free to come in here, join the Discord, post questions. I will try and help out as much as I possibly can. And I know that there are other people in the Discord who are also RPG Maker devs who might be able to offer a helping hand. So if you have any questions about RPG Maker, yeah, make sure to jump in here and throw them in yourself. So yeah, would absolutely love to help out for anybody who is having issues with it. Stray the Sovereign of the Omnipresence. Ooh, I like it. Okay, your pixel art looks so good. I love it so much. This is amazing. And the way you do the gradients too just looks so good. Yeah, beautiful stuff, Kevin. Beautiful. Like the amount of time, like what you can do to like just pump out art is incredible. It is absolutely beautiful stuff. It's so funny, you look at something too close and the issue is right under your nose. Sometimes it helps to step away. I noticed it was the light layer when I saw the yellow light on your stream. Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens, honestly. And sometimes just opening something up, like walking away from something and then coming back can also be a huge help for that as well. But for now, I will work on animated Surd. I think that's a good way to go. Here's a similar trick in my game engine. It is entities appear flag as null. The game just will just spawn them. I like that. That is a good way to go about that. If it's set to a proper number, they won't appear until the relevant event flag is set. Do you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I have a lot of stuff like that in Tomb of Vercilias. So it's kind of funny. It's just little tips and tricks, you know? Did you create the game's graphics yourself, or did some kind soul help out? Yes, so I did. So far, I have made, so everything in the game so far, I have created myself. I have had some things, so I've had some like icons that people have created, and I have had to recreate some of them. We did used to have some art from our very own absolutely fantastic Autumn, and then I switched up the art style of the monsters again. So Autumn, I am very sorry about that. Yeah, so I have had a few people help out here and there with some of the things, but I would say like 98% of the graphics in the game were created by me, which like, if there are people who want to help, I would absolutely love anybody who wants to you know, if you want to create something and then send it to me, then I can look at it and just kind of like figure if either it will work in the game, if I might need to change it a little bit, like whatever it may, you know, need to happen. But yeah, so if anybody has anything that they want to make for the game, I am completely open to it, just with the caveat of I may need to adjust it, whether it's, you know, size-wise, color palette, whatever it may be. And it may be even more than that I have to change. But anyway, but I'm 100% open to anybody who wants to make anything. Usually what people do make is they make they make suggestions for the game. So like different gameplay mechanics, items and things like that. So yeah. So it is a lot of fun though to be able to work with other people. So yeah, if there's a kind soul out there that would like to help.
Says, you majorly expanded the art palette, which made my stuff, which was strained by circumstances, much worse by comparison. Lol. I take no offense.
Okay, I'm glad you take no offense, because like your slime looked so good. But yeah, it has over time. I think it's mostly just because over time, my like art, I struggle to call it skills. My art abilities have changed and grown over the past, you know, year and a half as I've been working on this and you know, continuously trying to get better at pixel art. And so yeah, so it definitely has kind of over time changed what the style looks like and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so it's kind of my bad, but I'm glad that you don't take offense. Does your game have witches? You need a good witch in your game. I probably should add a witch, shouldn't I? It's actually not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. All right, everybody. We're going to do the trifecta, and then we're going to jump in. We're going to do some game dev stuff. So let's create the jams, and let's do that. So here we go. Let's crank that, and let's come over here. Let's get the trifecta on. Let's get that lowered down so you can actually see what's going on here. All right, everybody. We're going to switch it up. We're going to start with the chest benders here to start with. So here we go. Down the clock. Count it with me. 1, 2.
Cameron reached summoned redemption challenge.
How could you? I'm still going to do it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Woo. You can hear me struggling, so you know it's legit. Here we go. 10 on the clock. Count it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo.
Enough distraction. Here we go, count. I was gonna say count 'em with me. Here we go, distraction. Let's go to the right. And then to the left. And then
Crab witch polymorph moon man
Backwards.
chicken.
Oh, there we go.
Longer sickle just summoned moon.
Man. Ooh, I'm out of breath. So you know that I was actually doing it.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Of course you agree with that. Whew. Maybe sipping soda and then working out immediately after is
Probably a bad way to go. Oh my gosh. Woo, I'm dying now. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see, what do we got here? To be fair though, Cameron, you were the one that redeemed trifecta, so...
That is kind of on you. So I don't feel too bad. Let's see here. But now I will work on animated cert. Now to clear out the pick square file so I don't have to pay for it. At 10% of the game that hasn't been reworked into Oblivion. That is a great point. That is a great point. Yeah, there's only a small amount of the game that has not been reworked into Oblivion. My problem is I get hyper-focused, so I want to keep working, but then I hit a wall. I usually smoke a blunt and chug Red Bull, and then I work on my projects. Hello, hyper-focus can be. That is true. That is true. I mean, I'll say with the Red Bull. I will neither confirm nor deny if I have partaken in other things other than Red Bull. Anyway, should I do pixel or raster art for the wizard? Ooh, I'm gonna say pixel art. I'm gonna say pixel art for that one. Yeah. Let's see, does your game have witches? Okay, I did read that one. LMFAO. That was for my message. Wait, what message? Wait, did I miss a message? That's my bad. That is my bad. Effect Stormper. Are you saying it's the trifecta stopper? The trifecta stopper right here? Yeah! Stretching! And then I get turned into a chicken. How could you? How could you? Absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic you would do that. Anyway. Oh, good times. Good times. Can anyone do better than Lexicon Vein for the word Hungry Lich? I don't know what any of those words... I know what the words mean. I don't know what they mean together. Can anyone do better than Lexicon Vein for the word Hungry Lich? Yeah, I have no idea what that means. LOL, you should have two witches, a good one and an evil one. Impersonating the good one. Ooh, both tried to romance the player. Evil twins for... Okay, that's... I actually really like that. I might actually have to make that a... I might have to make that a boss. Wait. What do we got here? Wait, what? Sorry, I'm getting texts from my wife, and I got to figure out what she's going on. Figure out what she's talking about. I think so, but I think they have to be specific ones. I think. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, yeah. I actually really like. I like that idea. It's probably gonna be in like the full release. So we're gonna do Void Guardians, Twin Witches, Good and Bad. Oops. Crap. I always do that. I always click off of it and I have to actually add card. Yes, the Void Guardians, the bad and the good. A good one and an evil one, both evil twins forever. There we go. Suggested by Crab Witch. Unless, of course, you want to be in here as your YouTube username. Either way. Okay, we're gonna save that because I think that'd be a lot of fun to have some kind of like mini boss in there that has a little bit more of like a story and stuff like that to it. Did you feed her before stream? If not, off to dungeon with you. Don't worry. She was well fed. I made what was the chicken? It was like this. It was a homemade chicken with couscous. Yeah, so it was good stuff. It was really good stuff actually. It was some HelloFresh meal. A lot of good. It was a lot of good stuff. See, Lolly over on YouTube says, that's amazing, not gonna lie, 97% solo scripting and doing pixel art sounds insane. There's a reason why it's taken almost 2 years to get even just a demo out. By the way, last time I joined into your stream, I saw 6 VTuber avatars. Yeah, there's a lot of them. We get a lot, actually. Speaking of them, yeah, there's 1, and there's 2, and there's 3, and there's 4, and there's 5. And then, of course, the king of them all, wait, where'd he go? Oh my gosh, where'd he go? Where'd you go? There he is. The king of them all, the chicken. Right there. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff right here. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so I do have quite a few in here. They're all thanks to Scoiled. Scoiled over on Twitch is an absolutely fantastic artist and has made all of those for the stream. So yeah, so Scoiled. I know I have said thank you before, but I'm going to say thank you again. Scoiled, you do absolutely fantastic work. Beautiful stuff. Graham March, the Unspoiling sounds good. That is some more words that I don't understand. Okay, logging that in as the alphabet ruining baddie. Okay, all right, everybody. Should we do some game dev? I think we shall do some game dev. Unless, of course, I'm missing something. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think we should be good. So let's jump in here and do some game dev stuff. If you remember from the last stream, we are still working on the main menu. There's a lot to do in here. We're making progress, though, slowly but surely. We were running into issues trying to get the save games and the load games working because it was
Going to the Inkwell
absolute
says,
nightmare.
Hello friends, How's everyone doing?
Ink,
Plans
hello.
for today?
Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you're having an absolutely fantastic week so far. The plan for today is going to be hopefully finishing up the menu, at least getting it to the point where I feel like we are good to go on it. So I think we finally got it to the point where it should work. It's not good. It's not great, but it works. It works. It's good. We should be good. So anyways, yeah, so you should have, the options. We do not have the options yet. The options are probably going to come a little bit later. But anyway, so if we do a play game, and if we come over here to empty file 1, it'll then pull up. So we got our character model, we got our player name, we got our start game, and all that fun stuff. And you should be able to switch between your character models. Right now, I just press enter. I think what I need to do is I want to make it so you can press left and right here on the character model to be able to like switch back and forth between them. And then I think what we're going to, so I need to do that. And then I have also made it so if you remember, we were working on the player, the text input here. We had all of that working, but I also have added, you can now do characters. So you can do capital characters. You can be like what is okay, you can only do what is ha. What is ha? Because I've limited it to 10 characters so it doesn't break the UI and stuff like that. So anyway, yes, you can now do that. I've also fixed the numbers as well, so you can type numbers. So if you just wanted to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0, then you could absolutely be named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. But anyway, yeah, so all of that should be good to go. I'm trying to decide if I add special characters as well. We could add special characters. As of right now, I'm not doing anything like, periods and dashes and all that fun stuff. We could later, but as of right now, it's just going to be numbers, letters, both capital and lowercase. So you can be like Surd, or you can be like Autumn Falls, but it would just be Autumn Fall because there's no underscores, and that can only have 10 characters. So anyway,
silly shenanigans.
Silly shenanigans, indeed. So anyway, yeah, so it's coming along well. So there's a few things we still need to do. So for the character model, I need to change like the UI elements here. I want to change it so that it's no longer, so as you can see, like over right here, okay, it gets caught up. Over right here, you can see that it kind of does this whole fade out thing, which I absolutely love for the other menu items. But for the character model, I think I'm going to change it so it mirrors this thing on this side here. So you kind of know like to press left and right to kind of, switch the character models. So speaking of character models, actually, I was able to create a few of them, a few more last night / today, mostly last night though. And yeah, so you're gonna have to let me know what you think of them. I haven't added them to the game yet, so we can add those. So anyways, yeah, so I need to get all that kind of stuff working. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna see what kind of progress we can make. But anyway, so if we come over to here, they come over to the Tomb of Vercilias heroes. So yeah, so we got the few that we already had right there. So we got Fighter 1, Fighter 2, we've got Wizard 1, but now we also have Wizard 2. So there we go, we got Wizard 2. And then of course, because some Randev was asking, at least I'm pretty sure it was some Randev, was asking about maybe a Jester, and I was like, well, I kind of want to do a Bard, but I decided to do the Bards next. So we now have a second Wizard model, and then we have the Bard 1. So there we go. He's kind of Jester looking, right? Little bit. We're just gonna zoom out a little bit so you don't see him as big, so that he doesn't feel as undetailed. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, should I actually be trying to make these guys? Because I feel like my skills, while they have gotten better, are still lacking. But we're gonna see. But anyway, yeah. So we got Bard 1 and we've got Bard 2. So yeah. So we got 6 characters now. And again, eventually we are going to have. I'm hoping to have. I think it was 8 classes that I decided on that we were gonna have. And now I'm trying to remember all of them. It's Fighter, Wizard, Bard. I want to have like a Warrior, which is going to be like an Orc type character. I want to have like an Elf, like Ranger type character. I want to have an Assassin, a Cleric.
Into the Inkwell says, word of advice. Make it exist first. Then you can improve it, make it better.
Exactly.
This applies to any creative project.
100% Ink, you are 100% correct in that. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I'm kind of like, you know what, I'll make it exist now. And I guess here's an open invitation to anybody out there. If anybody who is better at pixel art than I am, if you want to come in here and recreate these characters when all is said and done, feel free. Feel free to recreate them, and I'll see if we can fit them in. If you want to recreate or just create new ones, whatever it may be, yeah, let me know, or I guess make them and send them my way, or whatever you want to do. And there's the open invitation for you. So I will keep creating these ones here, and then we'll just kind of see if anybody does create them. Then we'll see if we can fit them in. But yeah. So yeah, there we go. Anyways, yeah, so we've got 6 characters as of right now, which I feel like should be more than enough for the demo. I again still want to make more. I think in total there was going to be like 8 classes, so there should be about 16 player models you'll be able to choose from. So we'll see. Anyway, Holy Ink, how are you doing? I'm good. If you want something Twitch integrated, I once again offer my services. Or, there is a whole Twitch integrated game that's available. Hint, hint. True. Yeah, yeah. I would feel bad about having to like go back and forth with you and being like, all right, can you make this change now? And now you can do this. I also would need something more solid. I can't just like, because for me, I wing so much of it. But if I can get something more solid written down, that would I would 100%. My bard turret paid off. It really did some random. Where's the bonk? The bard monk. I might have to make some kind of mixture of the two of them. Do you have an idea? What should I animate, sir? Oh, yeah, come on, sir. What should Spoiled animate? Don't sell yourself short. I actually adore your art. It's very humble and reminds me of the 90s at classic RPGs. I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, that's honestly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like recreate the 90s feel. So it's like, it's not gonna look that great. Plus, it's like, it is all so small anyway. Like I've discovered, I'm like, it is so difficult and very much, not impossible, but very, very difficult. Very difficult to get their faces looking right. Like, it's just because it's so small. Like, their faces are literally 9 by 9 pixels. That is all their face is, 9 by 9 pixels. And so trying to get eyes, a nose, and a mouth in there, very difficult to do. Very difficult. It's like, you move the eyes up 1 pixel, and all of a sudden it looks like their eyes are way too high. 1 pixel apart, they're way too far apart. It's just, yeah, trying to find the right balance of like big enough but not too big, far enough apart but not too far enough. I've discovered it's very difficult, very, very difficult, because it's like, even with this guy, like I was experimenting like with where I should have his mouth.
Further word of advice: don't choke on your food, lol. I just almost did. Also, does what character you pick affect gameplay at all?
Yes, don't choke on your food. That is a very good word of advice. In terms of the characters affecting the gameplay at all, as of right now, I don't have any plans to. I'm not saying that it won't, but as of right now, with the current systems I have and like with my ideas in mind, there won't be any difference depending on the character you pick. Just because there's not really a system that I can think of that would change drastically based on the, like, I guess, class that you pick. So even though there is going to be like fighter, wizard, mage, assassin, all that fun stuff, there's not really there's not really going to be anything that like gets heavily shifted or changed, because there's not really like an equipment system, at least as of right now. Maybe eventually in the full release of the game, definitely not in the demo. Maybe in the full release I'll have like an equipment system, and so depending on the class you have will kind of affect what equipment you can equip. But yeah, so as of right now, it's not actually going to change anything about the gameplay. It'll just be the model of the character. Maybe eventually it'll affect things like how some NPCs react to you, kind of like how in the original Diablo. I think it also happens in Diablo 2. I can't remember if it happens in Diablo 3 or 4. But anyway, so in Diablo 1 and 2, depending on the class that you choose, the NPCs will like react to you in different ways. For Diablo 2, it's mostly just in the first town. It's almost like they forgot that was a mechanic and they didn't really carry it through the rest of the acts. But anyway, in the first act, depending on the class that you have picked, depending on who you talk to, their dialogue changes just a little bit when they start talking to you. Like if it's someone who likes the barbarians, they're like, oh, hey, it's another barbarian. Hey, how's it going? Like, I'm really happy to see you here. So we could maybe have something like that would be like a pretty simple thing to do, where it's like, it's not necessarily changing the mechanics of the game, but like there could be like certain dialogue stuff that would change. Like maybe that would be fun. Maybe. Who knows? Well, we'll see. But anyway, so as of right now, it's not really going to change anything depending on the class you choose. It's just going to change, like, do you want to look like a fighter? Do you want to look like a wizard? Do you want to look like a bard? Then there you go. There's the option for you. So, so that's kind of what we got right now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I agree. Your art is amazing. I really good for. I appreciate that, squad. Thank you. No, for real, your art is genuinely crazy good. Autumn, you are too kind. Yeah, thank you. I wasn't saying that I wasn't saying that to like try and fish for compliments, but I do appreciate it. It does help to know there's nothing worse than like pulling up something on the stream and being like, look what I made, and everyone's just like, okay, cool. Because then I'm like, ah, crap, it sucks. So it definitely does help me, so I do appreciate it. But yeah, it's just one of those things, and I feel like everybody goes through this where it's like, you create something and then you look at your own art and you're like, could have done better. So anyway. Let's see, Leo over on YouTube says, do you rock with Baldur's Gate? Yes and no. So I played and loved Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Baldur's Gate 3, I don't know what it was. I tried to get into it. My wife has played it for hundreds of hours. I'm pretty sure she's 100% of the game like 3 or 4 times. She loves Baldur's Gate 3. I love the music. I really like the characters. I don't know what it is though. Like I had a hard time getting into it and staying into it, you know? Like I've started it probably 2 or 3 times. And I'll play for a few hours. I'll play a session or 2, and then for some reason I just don't feel driven to like go back to it. So, but anyway, I don't have anything against it. I just for some reason I don't know what it was. But yeah. So, but my wife could go on it for hours. She's absolutely obsessed with it, which is great. Let's see here. Oh, speaking of my wife, did she say anything back? Let's see. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, not quite sure. She's asking if I'm able to activate Twitch drops, and I'm like, I don't know if I can. And if I can, I'm pretty sure they have to be like offered to my channel. I don't think I can just like go in and turn them on, but I don't know. Maybe I can. That'd be kind of fun. Get some Final Fantasy 14 Twitch drops. Get some Final Fantasy 14 viewers in here, and they'll just be like, "What the freak am I watching right now?" No ads when I was about to hear the idea. Oh. Let's see. Not sure. Two seconds. Okay, let's see here. Release from ads. Further word of advice: don't choke on your food. You have to add a lich called some randev to get the evil ending. I probably should add a lich called some randev. Totally fair. Why I'm making animation instead of 8. Not a bad idea. Animate me with Googler. Ooh, that'd be fun. Got it, Milo. It's trash. They're bringing you back down a peg. No, please. Please, Loki, please. Moon Mom mentioned raw. That's true. She is playing Final Fantasy 14 right now. Let's see. Oh, okay. Research it for the Thursday stream. Let's see here. Let us see here. Moon fishing for comments. I swear I wasn't. This should be the link. What do we got here? Oh, hey, look at that. Twitch drops. Should I look into them right now? Is there a way to search? When I got the dashboard search. Final Fantasy. Okay, so I don't see that. Can you just like activate any of these? Like I'm like trying to figure this out. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, look at that. Enable Twitch drops. When turned on, your followers will be alerted when they have a chance to earn in-game loot. Note, it may take up to 5 minutes for the drops enabled status to change to be reflected in the system. Yeah, my guess is. So like, could I just literally just come in here?
What the? Man into a chicken.
Hello. Watch me as a chicken try to figure out Twitch drops. So if we come in over here to the Rust Charity 26 box, enabled. Join us for the Face Punch Charity 2026 event. Donate here. Okay, what you need to do, make sure the enable toggle above is turned on, play Rust, go live, and then make sure that on your stream manager, the stream category is set to Rust. Ah, well then. Okay, so apparently I have to be playing the game. So that's good times. That is good times. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this because I don't know. I mean, that would make sense. You probably wouldn't want to have drops enabled for a game you're not even playing. So I don't know. Should I, should we do some Final Fantasy 14 on the Thursday stream? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this and just kind of see what we got here. Yeah, good times for all. I'll make a Goobler in dark blue. Why not fuse the Jester / Bard into one class? You can mix both aspects into one. Clowns are performers. That's true. Well, that's why I added kind of like a clown outfit going on here, right? He's got like the puffy sleeves, the puffy pants. It's kind of Jester-like, right? All right, let's see here. Okay, I think I'm all caught back up again. Good. Anywho, all right, so we got some things. To figure out here. Blue is the wizard colors. Blue. Oh, that's true. Yeah. The wizard is more blue. Blue and gold. There's definitely going to be overlapping colors because, like, the fighter's like green and brown, and then you got the wizard is like blue and gold, and these guys are like red and gold and green.
Says, alrighty, well, I need to go to sleep early as I live in New England, Europe, as I have something tomorrow morning I need focus for. So bye bye everyone, love you all, mwah mwah, kisses, take care of yourselves, drink water, okay, bye, less than 3.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Autumn. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. Good luck tomorrow, and yeah, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. So thank you. To put Moon's feet to the fire, I will say be here for potentially the Thursday stream, but definitely the Sunday stream for a surprise. That is true. Yeah, with any luck, as long as I don't get distracted by anything, there should be a fun surprise on the Thursday stream. So yeah, should be a good time. And again, like Loki said, if nothing else, then the Sunday stream definitely will have a fun surprise. Okay, let's come over here to the menu, and then we've got this guy. Whoa, we got this guy right here. There we go. Basically, all we need to do here is I just need to, okay, come on. Basically, just need to come over to here, halfway through, and we're going to invert the selection there, do that, paste that, and we're going to flip you horizontally. Here we go. Merge that down. Squad says, good night, Autumn. Night, Squad, and I'll see you on Thursday. I appreciate you being here, Autumn. Thank you. Crabwitch says, what kind of gameplay is this game? Turn-based RPG or action combat? I would say it's more turn-based. I'd say it's more turn-based. I guess, have I not actually shown the game off? Have I just been doing menu and stuff like that for the past couple days, and people are like, what the freak is this game even? I should probably actually show off the game, shouldn't I? Let's see, menu selector 2. Gonna do that. There we go. Okay, cool. Now to figure out where we actually need to stick this thing. As Missy would say, you need to lay down, flip it, and reverse it. Who's Missy? All right, I'm a lurk. I go watch stuff with the boyfriend. Ink, good luck with watching stuff. I hope that everything goes well, and yeah, we'll see you around. Unless, of course, you come back for the lurk, then I guess we'll still see you around. I don't know why I said unless. Anyway, over to Lolly says, I have a question. Have you spent any money on this game yet? If so, was it on the music or something else? Not counting the money spent to add the game to Steam. So yeah, so not including the money to add the game to Steam.
Polymorphed Moon Man into a chicken.
I'm a chicken again. Bok. I don't think I have spent any money on the game yet. I do plan to, especially for the music. I definitely will be spending money to get the music, because like there's some fantastic soundtracks out there, but I want something very custom, and I am not good enough at making music to be able to make it myself. Like the art, I can skirt by myself, so I'm like, I can make it work. If there's someone out there who wanted to do the art and like we could somehow work out some kind of like a payment of some kind, then I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, so in terms of like just money spent on the game itself, so far it has been $0. But I will be spending money on the music, and then art if someone has anything art related that they would like. There was a plugin that I was going to pay for, and then I ended up not having to pay for it and going a different direction. So I almost had to pay for a plugin. It was like 20 bucks. And I was like, if it's going to work, it's going to work. And then I found a different solution. So I was like, well, I guess not. Never mind. Missy Misdemeanor Elliot, you uncultured swine. I don't know who that is. What? Who is that? Missy Misdemeanor Elliot is also known as Misdemeanor, is a groundbreaking American rapper, singer, songwriter, producer who has profoundly influenced hip hop and pop music. Okay. I mean, yeah, Misdemeanor. Yeah. I love all the stuff. I love the chicken. It's my favorite side. No, you're good. You're good, Crepage. You're good. I have someone who makes incredible music at affordable prices that include the copyright. Hey, I mean, I'm down. I mean, so far I've like talked to a couple of people about it. I know that Bobby was kind of talking about wanting to do it, and we've like chatted about the potential of them doing it. I don't know if Bobby's still on board though. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if Bobby's still on board. I've also reached out to there's a fantastic creator called X Deverucci, who I had emailed, and we had gone back and forth a couple times. But we I got lazy and I stopped sending messages. So I was still waiting for something from X Deverucci, but I haven't actually followed up yet. I probably should follow up. But yeah, so I have had a couple people that I've chatted with, but if anybody has any suggestions, would absolutely love to hear about it. All right, Loki, what do we got here? I'm probably not gonna be able to pull this up on stream. Yeah, work it. Oh, she's talking about her butt. I see now. Oh, what do we got here? Logan says, sounds like a lady. Why is sounds like a lady held by Automon? I don't know why. I'm going to allow it, because that would make absolutely no sense. I don't know why sounds like a lady is held from... Okay, weird stuff. From your local office, in my honest opinion. And that's very true. That's very true. I actually had someone in my last job who was a rapper, and she's got some bangers out there. I'm going to tell you that right now. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, she was, I believe she was on our customer service team. And yeah, she was wanting to become a rapper and wanted to start a rap career. And it was, she made some interesting songs, that's for sure. I wish I could remember her name, though. I'm gonna have to talk to my brother, because my brother still works there, and so he probably remembers her name. And yeah, she had one that, like, everybody, like, we would all secretly share it around in, like, in our Slack groups, because we were just like, oh my gosh, like, this is, it was beautiful. Okay, so, let's see here. So we're gonna need, come over here, and then basically we're just gonna say, when you come over to this page, I believe what we're doing, yes, a menu selector. This is if you're equal to 3, 11, or 21. So what we need to then say is conditional branch if the variable, which variable was it? Variable 79. If variable 79 is equal to 21, which means you are on the character selection menu. So else do that. If you are, though, then we're going to do show picture 6, menu selector 2, and then I'm not quite sure how far over we're going to have to go. Let's just see here. Let's see. Let's pull this in. Nope. Let's pull this one in. I'm going to resize you down 25%. We're going to copy that, and we're going to not save that. And then over here, let's do a little bit of dish. Yeah, so to get this thing centered on the text itself. Oh, text. There we go. Okay, yes, to get this thing centered, I'm gonna do... Crap, of course it's 27. Let's do this. So you to you, it's 33. But if we say 33 times 400, no, 33 times 4 is 132. Okay, that should be fine. The 33. So if we just go over, like, I'll say 17. We'll say 17. And so then we're going to show you at 79, 122. So that's 79 times 4. And then 122 times 4. Okay. So if all of that is correct, then we should be able to say over here, we're going to show you at. So the X is going to be. Okay, so we're going to leave that at 486, and then you're going to be 316. That doesn't seem very far over. Not at all. Not at all. But that's fine. That's fine. We're going to show that one, and then do that. Okay. So. Oh, that's why it's. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Then you're going to move to 316. You're going to show at 316, move to 316. So you're not actually going to do anything when you get to that part in the menu. So. Come over here. Let's go to this one. Yeah, so it does that when you come up over here. You come to that one. Nothing should happen because you should be able to then move left and right. So, if we come over here, if you press, so that's already showing. We basically just want to say this and over here. Now, if you press, so menu interaction. If you press OK, character selection. Okay, so we don't want to do the OK button anymore. We want to do, if you repeated right, just say, if you are greater than or equal to 3, set it to 1. If not, then it's just that. And then we're basically just going to say, do this. We're going to show picture. We basically want to say it, and we want to move it over. Let's just do 4 times 6, like 24 pixels. Yeah, that works. So we're going to move you to 340. Or we're going to show you at 340, and then move you back to that. Okay, I think that should look good. Let's see. If we come over here, we should be able to do... There we go. Now, we can't do left yet, but that's for you going right. Come over here, and then to go to the left, we just want to say... So that's if the right button is pressed. Oh, jeez. Oh! Whoops. Okay, all right. So we need to separate these, actually. So you are still going to be if OK is pressed. Then we need to have a separate thing right here. Let's just copy that. We're going to do a new conditional branch. This is going to be if the button right is pressed. Then we'll do these things. So cut that, paste that in there. Cool. Okay. So this is specifically for character selection. Then after that, this is going to be menu, interaction, continued. And right here, so you got if right is pressed, do that. And then if left is pressed, instead of menu progress is equal to 21. Character selection, so if you are less than or equal to 1, we're going to say set you to equal 3. If not, then just subtract 1.
Man into a chicken.
What the? Bok, bok, bok. Bok, bok, bokkity, bok, bok, bok. I'm a chicken. Hello. Bok, bok, bok. Her seeing this. Yeah, she probably would be like, excuse me? Crab says, I have a suggestion for your title screen. You see those clouds that are swirling around the castle. Is there any way to make that a separate image and have it rotate to make it look like the clouds are circling? Maybe add some random flashing and thunder sound effects too. The lights in the castle can also overlay as a soft blur circle orange with some opacity to make it look like light is being emitted. Sorry, not trying to backseat at all. Just some suggestions. Love your vision. No, you're totally fine. No worries. You do not need to apologize for that. So I do have plans. I do have plans as of right now. So the swirling will be a little bit difficult because when I made this, I didn't really think about wanting to make it swirl, and so I made it an oval. And so I could try and stretch it out a little bit. I've tried that. It does look a little bit weird. I do have a separate, I have a whole separate thing here where actually, I'm pretty sure that it's actually broken down in here too. So if we come over here to the background, yeah, so in here I have everything broken out. So everything is in layers already. So we do have the sky, we do have the clouds. The clouds are in a separate layer. I also did not finish the rest of it too. So it's already in a oval shape, but it's also not continued elsewhere. So there is that problem. So I would basically have to recreate the clouds if I wanted to have like this like swirling vortex thing, which I've thought about doing. The other thing I've maybe thought about doing is essentially separating this out into like, I don't know, cutting it up into maybe like 3, 4, maybe like 5 image layers, and then basically doing like a whole like wavy thing, right? So it would be essentially like this top layer would kind of like start shifting to the left, and then the next layer down would kind of shift after it. So it's, yeah, so it would basically kind of like do something like this. I thought about maybe doing something like that. Potentially, we could do something like that for the clouds. Yeah, so everything else though, yes, we have it all in separate layers while I was creating it. It is kind of created specifically to like fit things in. But yeah, so that's kind of what we got. So anyway, so to answer your question, yes, it is something that I have thought about. And then in terms of the lights, I haven't really thought about making them emit light, but I have thought about making them like flicker in a way to make it look like it's some kind of like candle or torch light or something like that inside the tower. So definitely things that I have thought about. Love the way they're going with it. I am trying to avoid any kind of transparencies as much as possible. So I'm like hesitant to use some kind of like semi-transparent layer. But it's something we could do. And I have also added, I do have lightning layers that are in the game. And so if I come over here, I should be able to, if I sit on the title screen long enough, there should be the lightning you'll see over here that flashes every now and then. And it does flash the screen. So I do need to add sound effects. That is still on the table that I do need to add. But yeah. So I mean, so eventually, I don't think I'm gonna animate the tree. I kind of thought about maybe at one point like having like the tree kind of like moving in the wind. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think so. But yeah, so animating the clouds, I want to do the lights. I do want to have flickering. We got the rain and all that fun stuff. So something I've actually thought about doing, and I know there are other games that have done this, but something that I kind of want to do is I want to change the menu based on the progress of the most recently played game. So essentially what it would be is like when you start the game, maybe there's like hardly any clouds up in the sky, it's not raining, maybe it's even like a little bit brighter, and then as you progress through the games, like whether it be like through story beats or like as you're progressing further and further into the tower, if you ever come back to the main menu, hey, maybe there's a little bit more cloud cover in the sky, maybe there's like a slight drizzle that's coming down. Maybe, and then, as you're getting further and further along into the game, maybe there's more lightning that happens periodically. The clouds are going a little bit crazier up there. The rain is stronger. So I think it'd be kind of fun to maybe do that as well, having it be like more of like a dynamic menu. So as you're progressing, like the weather gets worse and worse and worse. Maybe we'll see if I put in that time and effort to do that. But anyway, yeah. So do absolutely love the suggestions though. Or instead of rotating it, maybe make it an animated picture. I could maybe do that. Fun story, a client we were told stop communication with because their business wasn't exactly legit was a SoundCloud rapper, a professional boxer, and has now made their own digital currency and apparently will have a city named after them that will use their digital currency as the form of payment. I really wish I was joking. That is insane. Oh, there's some crazy people out there. Do you use pixie filters also? Yeah, not yet. I have thought about using some image filters though. I have thought about it. I have used Pixie though to create masking effects on some images though. I have done that. Just animate it by hand frame by frame. Maybe I should do that. I just do like 255 frames. Not a bad idea. I'm adding your colors to my palette. Thanks for the help. Of course. Sir, animate is done. I want to see it. Nice looking main menu. I appreciate that. Thank you, the Nerd Mansion. I do appreciate it. Now just gotta wait until the end of the month. True. Also finished drawing a Tanuki fan art. I want to see that one too. Is it gonna be in the server? I want to see him. Okay, so then in here we just need to then say, so this one is moving 24 pixels. So if we were to then animate this one needs to be 316 minus 24, which is 292. Cool. So that one should do a little bit of this like this. We go new game, empty file 1, and then we do you. Look at that. You can go back and forth now. Actually kind of satisfying. That is kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Now, should we have it say character model, or should we have it change? I mean, like, I feel like some people are gonna get in their minds what they think each model is. But I'm trying to decide if we should actually name them, be like Fighter 1, Fighter 2, Wizard 1, Wizard 2 kind of a thing. Or should we just leave it as just character model, and then people can just kind of like pick which way they want to go? I don't know. Maybe. Something I have thought about maybe doing is like maybe up here showing like the character model they're on. Even just do like model 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that, maybe? Yeah, we'll see. Domino says, leave as is. Well, Domino, welcome. Glad to see you back here. I feel like it's been a hot minute, so happy to see you here. Leave as is. Okay, yeah, I might just leave as is, and then maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see down the road. So, anyways, yeah, that does feel better though. Okay, so if we come over here, we now need to export these other characters. We do have more characters to export. Let's also turn off the other lightnings. We don't need both lightnings on. That just kind of looks funny. Also finished drawing Tanuki. I want to show it right now. I'm locked inside. No! Context is Scoiled's phone plan is over and locked out of Discord until... Oh. Okay, that's actually very sad. That is absolutely tragic. Monthly mobile Wi-Fi that can make Wi-Fi for my phone and give internet to PC 30 gig limited only once each month. Ooh, I am so sorry. That is not good. That is really sad. But that makes way more sense. You just have to wait until next month. So hopefully next month comes quickly. I hope. Also, if you're new here and you're watching, make sure to follow. And if you're on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. There's my obligatory content creator message for y'all. Scoiled, just let me pay you. That's true, Scoiled. I need to pay you as well. Get a good way that I can pay you, Scoiled, because I need to pay you, especially for some of the chans you've created. You definitely need money for those. Okay, so that's all of that. Wait, I forgot going to the bank yesterday. Yeah, Scoiled, if there's a way that I can send you money, I definitely need and want to for some of the stuff you've made. So yeah, let me know. Let me know how I can get money to you. We're trying to bully Scoiled into making PayPal. Yes, Scoiled, make a PayPal, make something, whatever works for you. All the way over there on the other side of the planet, whatever works for you for us to get money to you, do it. Create it so we can send you money. I was gonna say, you said you were going yesterday and you didn't leave stream. Go today. That's true. You should go today. Scoiled. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Oh yeah, that's right. So we need to come over here to the new characters. So we got the wizard 2, wizard female, however you want to look at this other character. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna save this as a PNG, and I can't remember if I did characters or heroes. Yeah, hero. This is gonna be hero 4. Save it. Oh, this is not gonna be hero 4. Crap. That is not how I want hero 4 to be saved. Let me actually do this. Hero 1. What are your dimensions? 400 by 400. And what are you? Are you 100 by 100? Yeah, okay. So let's do this. We need to hide those. We need to resize you to 400%. And then we need to... Now we're going to save you as, on my computer, PNG Hero 4. Go. Okay, and then we've got this Bard. We've got Debod. Wait. Why do I have them so high? Like, why don't I move them further down? I don't know. I'll save it for now. If I need to adjust the layers, we'll figure it out then. All right, PNG, you are going to be Hero 5. Yes. You are going to be Hero 6. Save you as a PNG. Hero 6. Yes. Okay. Feels so good to be replacing all these old graphics with these new ones. Feels good, everybody. Let's come in here. Let's delete the rest of these heroes. Hero 7, 8, 9, and 10. We can just delete those. Okay. Now, this is where we need to actually get the faces as well. So the faces themselves are going to be 84 by 84 pixels. Okay. So 84 by 84. It's not going to be very big, is it? So that is 84 by 84. Okay. Let's resize you back down. I think everything resized just fine there. I'm going to do Control Z just in case, because sometimes Photoshop is not great at resizing back down. For some reason, sometimes it just does weird things. So what would that be? That is 84... 21. Okay. That is going to be the size of the face. Okay, so let's do something like that. Let's copy. I'm going to do new. Wait. 21 by 21.
Gooblers.
There we go. Gooblers, indeed. Gooblers. Gooblers. Let's do there. Yeah, one pixel on the top. I think that should be good. Let's copy that. Now let's come over here. Nope, let's close that. New 21 by 21. Thank you. Oh, that's why. It's because I was missing a pixel on top. I was like, why is this 21 by 20? That would make a lot more sense. Okay, let's delete that. Let's resize you up to 400%, and then we're going to save you as a PNG, and you're going to be hero. Nope, you're going to be face 1. Go. Okay. And then we switch over here to fighter. Go. Let's copy that. Paste. Actually move over 1 pixel. I feel like that feels better. Although I'm now seeing the difference in the face. I'm like, oh. That's why they feel so different. What if I adjust her face? Nope, that feels weird. We're sticking with that. Although I do like the idea of having the darker one as the nose. I think that just kind of makes more sense, you know? Make the nose slightly darker because it's like the underside of the nose, maybe. I feel like that. I feel like that's good. I feel like that's good. Definitely Bank is good. PayPal is unreliable and stinky sometimes. True. I will stay for a few minutes and then I'm going to go take a shower and get ready. I want to show you the new one I drew. It has 4 different edits. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am getting nervous about it because I never created a bank account alone. I am so sorry, squad. Do not get nervous if this is something you're not comfortable with. Totally understandable. But yeah, it is going to be good for you. Hey, good. I'm going to go shower now. I have determination to make a bank account. I believe in you. I believe in you. Let's see. Beyond says, did I ever visit the Mega Man spriting community back in the day? Did you ever visit the Mega Man spriting community back in the day? I don't think so. I don't think so. No. When you say back in the day, how back in the day are you meaning? Are you meaning back in like the early 2000s? Or earlier or later than that? Be right back. I'm going to go shower. Squirrel, good luck with your shower. I hope it goes well for you. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so I think that I saved that already as phase 2, yeah? I have not. I have not. Okay. Let's hide that. And then we're going to resize you up to 400%. And PNG is going to be face 2. Okay. There we go. And then let's come over here. We're going to do phase 3. This is going to be 21 by 21. Yeah, something like that. Wait, we did that one. There we go. %. PNG. Base 3. Yes. I feel like these guys shift around just a little bit too much. Oh, let's go. Wait. 400%. PNG as face 4. Yes. Okay. Moving right along. Go. This one's gonna be a little bit tricky. I think we kind of want to go from like a centered face. Maybe down like one. So you can still see his hat. You see more of like his shoulders and stuff like that. I think that should be right. Yeah. That might even still be a little bit too high. Maybe we go down two more? I want you to be able to see the feather though. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Yeah, I feel like that's all right. Yeah, whatever. We'll go with it. If we need to adjust it, we can adjust it later. But PNG, this is going to be face 5. Not faces 5, face 5. And let's come over here, and then we've got the last of the bards. We're going to go with 1 pixel so you can see the top of her head. Copy that. You can't really see any, like, identifying things that, like, make her a bard. But oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. Good enough. All right, we're going to save you as a PNG, not a Pixar, a PNG. You're going to be face 6. Go. Okay, now I should be able to come in here and then faces 7 through 10 I can delete. Also, I just remembered I need to upscale you to 400%. Save you as a PNG face 6. Okay. Okay, right there. There we go. Okay, coming back over here, we're going to go over to this guy. Oh, let's see here. So the actual changing of the player models, we're just going to say if you are greater than or equal to 6, because that's how many we have now, set it to 1. If not, do that. If you are less than or equal to 1, set you to 6. If not, -1. Okay, cool. So now, at this point, we should be able to come down here and do new play game, empty file 1, and then look at that. You can switch between them all. Yeah, I do need to adjust where some of them are standing, because some of them just kind of, like, move around a little bit too much. I'm also trying to think if we need some kind of, wow, his hat really makes him look really tall. That is a tall guy right there. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, I need to figure out, I need to figure out so many things. So, I'm trying to decide if I add some kind of, like, frame for them to be in, you know? Something. I don't know what yet, but something. I actually, funny enough, I experimented with creating something like a frame. It did not turn out good. It didn't turn out good. I'm going to say that now. It did not turn out good, and so I haven't done that yet. Let's see. Close that. Let's see, was it in here? I think I tried to add it here. Yes, okay. So, some of you may recognize 2 of the characters that I initially tried to make before I made these other characters. If we turn this on, so I tried making a thing here. So yeah. So I tried to pixelate a RPG Maker character, and I wasn't a fan of how it all turned out, right? So I don't know. So even if we just get rid of, let's see, what would it be? Characters. So this is what I was kind of thinking, like doing something like this, just like some kind of, I don't know what you would call it, just like a frame to put them in, essentially. I was like, maybe we could stick it in something like this, and I could just like, you know, maybe if I would like stick it down like that or something. I don't know, just something that felt more intentional for them to be there. I just wasn't quite sure what to do, and so like I originally I had created, it was literally just, let's see, what was it originally? I don't think it had the, yeah, it was this originally. This is what I originally made, and I was like, it just feels so flat and boring. So then I added the pillars, and I was like, maybe that helps. And I was like, maybe it needs some vines, so I added some vines. I tried adding some flowers. I was like, I don't know what this thing needs. But anyway, so once I got the characters in there, like it feels slightly better, but it still just kind of feels not quite right. So anyway, that was the first character that I tried to remake. I was like, maybe trying to pixelate another RPG Maker character is not going to work well. So then I tried it with a second character with a different method, and it also did not work well. Did not work well at all. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there's all that fun stuff. So I don't know. We'll figure something out. It's so. Yeah, I want something other than just them floating there, you know, like it's not the end of the world, but it does feel like it needs something, you know, like maybe they're just like in the wrong spot. I don't know. It definitely needs something to make it feel like it's still more of like the UI, right, and not just like hovering over the background. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Did you ever visit the Mega Man spreading community? Be right back. I'm going to shower later. Okay, so later than early 2000s. Back in the day before the back rooms were a thing. That's fair. That's fair. Anyway, yeah, I did not. I was actually not a huge like community or forum visitor back in the day, because back in the day, until I was 18 years old, we had dial-up internet, and so my online presence really did not start much until after high school. So when I was 18. So I have a late birthday. So my birthday's in September. So I turned 18 a month after the school year started. So I was 18 for the majority of my senior year. And it was about, I was about a month and a half.
Thanks for the follow, Thav.
To Thav. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. About a month into my senior year in high school, back in 2009, I was like, I need internet. So I was like, Dad, I will pay for internet. I will pay for high-speed internet if we can please just get it. And so I did. And so I was paying $50 a month for, I believe it was 5 megabit down and like 1 megabit up. It was very slow. Way better than dial-up though. Way better than dial-up. So anyway, so yeah, I never really grew up being able to access like forums and communities and stuff like that until honestly I was like in my 20s when I finally had like a way to easily access the internet, which is kind of crazy to think about, that I didn't really get on the internet much at all until like 2012 is like really when I kind of started getting online and doing things. Like obviously, like I had a Facebook, I had a MySpace, I had a Google Plus account and stuff like that. Like I had accounts, but it's like, having dial-up internet basically my entire life growing up, I just didn't really go around a whole lot. So anyway, so to answer your question, I did not. But that's mostly just because like at that time of my life, I was kind of past it by the time I actually had full internet connection. So yeah. Anyway, Lazarla, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. How you doing? How's life? How's your week going so far? Maybe an outline or a fate pulsing glow. We could do something like that. We could do something. We could even do something like along the lines of, if we come over here to start game. Crap, I forgot where that's the town. Dang it. Okay, so I got to delete the save game now that it created a save game. Let's get rid of that. Now we're gonna come over. Yes, the main menu in here. Take me to town. No, take me to the, oh my goodness.
Welcome Disc 1 of 5 and your 14 amazing audience members.
Disc 1 of 5, thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate that. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Glad to see you here. How you doing? How's life? How'd your stream go? Ouch, I just caught my nail on my mouse pad. How'd your stream go? How'd everything go for you? Hopefully things went well. If you got anything you would love to share, I would absolutely love to hear what you got going on. As just a quick housekeeping item, if you've got a raid and run, no worries at all. I know that after a long stream, sometimes you gotta go get some sleep, you gotta get some food, some drink, you gotta use the bathroom, whatever it may be. Do not worry if you got a raid and run, no worries at all. But I do appreciate the raid, and I welcome all of you here. So welcome. Yeah, we are working on, well, first of all, my name is Moonwood Games. Hello, welcome. I know some of you have been a part of a raid before from Disc 1 of 5, but for anybody who is new here, yeah, my name is Moonwood Games. We are working on a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG called Tomb of Vercilias. It is being made in RPG Maker. So, yeah. So if we pull this up, we are currently working on getting the main menu working. So as of right now, we've got play game. You've got your different save slots here, and then we're getting the model selection working. So this should be good as of right now. We actually just finished getting this all done and saved, and I finally got the last 3 models that I just created put into the game. So because originally there was just this guy, this girl, and this guy, and now there is this girl, this guy, and this girl. So so we've got some more characters going on here. But anyway, yes, we got that all working. We've got we can name the players, so we can be like a little bit of Disc 1 of 5. There we go, and we can be like start game, and there we go. So anyway, yeah. So like I said, yeah, it's a dungeon crawling roguelike RPG, and the combat system is based on Blackjack. So yes, that's what we got kind of going on right now. So if you are new here, if that sounds like something that would be of interest to you, I would absolutely love a follow or a subscription wherever you are, if you're over on YouTube or on Twitch, or if you are not a fan of watching live game development content, no worries at all. If you just wanted to wishlist the game, it is available on Steam to wishlist, and I am hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping to get some good wishlists in before we have the demo. There's going to be a free playable demo coming out hopefully in the next month or two, so long as nothing crazy happens. And yeah, so you'll be able to test out the game, see how you like it, and if you like it, then we'll be getting a full release eventually, one of these days. So we'll see. Anyway, Lazarla, though, what you were suggesting, so you were saying to add an outline or a fate pulsing glow. So we do have an outline on these cards. Are you kind of thinking something maybe like this, where it would be like just like a 1 pixel outline around the characters? Because we could do something like that. That could be kind of interesting to like have them like pop out a little bit from the background. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Maybe like pitch black oval shadow on the feet. We could do that as well. Yeah. We could do that. Actually, I guess we come over here. We do have, so in the file that I have where I'm modeling, we do have like this shadow here that I use to kind of like, I don't know, plant them in the scene. So I guess we could even take the shadow. Let's actually, I guess we'll just take these two, come over here, and then we do a little bit of this. Just we could even do, yeah, something like that. Maybe, and we could even change the shadow as well. Make it so it's not gray. Something like that. Oh, that's the door. I was like, why is that covering that? It's not a part of her. It's the part of the door behind her. So yeah, so we could do something like that. Have yeah, something like that. I don't know. There was also another kind of part of me that was like, do we not show the characters here, but like somewhere else? I feel like this side is like the only place to really have them, unless we want to like shift the menu a lot, but I kind of want to keep the menu here. That's kind of where I want it to be, whether it be in like the character creation screen or like the rest of the menu. I kind of want it to all stay right here in this spot. So I feel like the only spot we really have is this side over here to put the characters. But like I've purposely kept them this size because I wanted them to be small enough to fit here and feel okay. I don't know. But I guess we could experiment with kind of what you were suggesting, Lazarla, which is we could select you, and then we're gonna do select, modify, expand by 1 pixel, and then we could add a glow. We could add something like that too. And we could keep the shadow, not keep the shadow. It definitely does help separate them from the background. I don't know. Here's another thing we could do as well. We could take the character, and if we come over here to the background, we can actually move them behind the walls, because the walls are a separate... Then it just makes it feel like they're a giant. All right, maybe that's not going to work to have them standing there. Just these giants on the tower. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I guess maybe if I were to have them be like here, then it kind of makes them look like they're coming up to the tower. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. If we get rid of that, kind of like ground her back into the frame. We'd even kind of like have them off screen a little bit. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Maybe pitch black shadow over the feet. Let's see. Okay, I already forgot how to pronounce your name. Dvav? D the V. I'm gonna say D the V. Is it D? Okay, if it's D the V, maybe I just have a dirty mind, but D the V says, love indie games. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the follow, and yeah, thank you for that comment. In that case, you should look up Goatsy sometime. I know that one, and I'm not gonna look up Goatsy. Absolutely not. I do know that one. I wasn't allowed a phone or computer until I was 18. Yeah, the only computer, so I had a computer, but it wasn't connected to the internet. So I actually had my first computer when I was like 6. I'm not gonna say it. 6, maybe 8 years old. But I mean, to be fair, my first computer was like a 486, so it wasn't anything that crazy. I was literally just like playing DOS games back in the day. But eventually I got a Pentium 1, and that was glorious. That was probably around when I was like 12, 13-ish years old. Keep in mind, it was we weren't wealthy. It's not that I had my own computer because we were wealthy. We were extremely, extremely poor, but my dad had a computer repair shop, and a lot of people would bring their computers to him and either just leave them there and just forget they even had them there, and he would like call them and they would never answer. He'd be like, well, I guess we just have a computer now. Or everyone would just be like, here's our old computer, we don't need it anymore, get rid of it or do whatever you want with it. And so we had a lot of just like old computers, and so we were mostly playing off of those old computers. But we did not have internet connected to our computers. We did not have any of that. So even though we had computers in our room, it was just for playing, you know, local games and stuff like that. But yeah, good time. Oh, let's see here. We got some fantastic messages from Dub J17. We got Disc Raid from Disc 105. Tanuki says hi, and Mighty Bean says Raider 1 of 14. Someone else says Raider 2 of 14. Disc 105 says stream went well. Implemented Kafka into my Twitch bot for internal effect triggering. Ooh, nice. Very nice. If you need a Steam Deck tester. That is a boss. That is a boss right there. If you need a Steam Deck tester, let me know. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm hoping the game will work on Steam Deck. Yeah. Lazardo says, yes, just something to separate the background and the characters. Yeah, yes, we'll see. We'll see. Is there a platform you can put in the foreground for the characters to stand on like a pedestal? And we could do something like that as well. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. So I wonder. If we come over here to the characters, and if we were to, okay, let's just turn that one off. So this was the thing that I had created, which we could, I guess, now that you've put this thought in my head, we could just have this pop up like to this height or something like that. And then we could have, let's see, background. We just need to move the character back up. Let's just move you into there. Then we could just put you here. I kind of like that idea, actually. It's 1 of 5. I think you're onto something right here. Yeah. I mean, you know, we could kind of shift around a little bit, but I do feel like that does help, like, separate it just a little bit from the background. I think that would be kind of fun. Because then when you come to this menu, we could just have it be so the character wouldn't be here, but then it would basically, this would like rise up from the bottom and like stop here-ish, and then the character would pop in. I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like that idea. Less opacity. So I'm trying to avoid using like semi-transparencies in the game, just because I am trying to go for as authentic feel to like a late 80s, early 90s computer RPG. So I'm trying not to do like sub-pixeling. I'm trying not to do any of that. So like literally everything has to be like it is being rendered at 320 by 180. So I'm trying to, yeah, so I'm trying to avoid, you know, sub-pixeling, transparencies. I'm trying to make everything strictly this color, this 120 color palette right here. No more, no less. So yeah, so and transparencies would like technically kind of expand on that color palette. Obviously, I have some effects like fade in and out. I have some things that like do that, but I'm trying to not hold transparencies. So fading out, I'm kind of like, you know what, whatever, fade outs are fine. I do have some like extra image easing effects that you wouldn't see in a game like this. It's like I have things where there's like bounce and stuff like that to the images. So it's like you wouldn't necessarily see that in old, you know, 80s and 90s video games. But I'm trying to stay as close to it as possible. So we could look into something like less opacity, potentially, but I'm trying to avoid that. Yes, D the V. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm back from my shower and I'm getting ready to go to make a bank account. Scoiled! I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. When it happens, let me know. Let me know. Don't let anybody else know. Just let me know. SRE, you from Canada or USA? Oh, wait. SRE or SRD? You mean SRD? From Canada or USA? Sweden? They're lying. They're lying. Yeah, that's fair. I'm thinking Defender of the Crown. Oh, yeah. Stuff like that. Disc 105. What about a wave in effect like the old NES used to use with scanline manipulation? I could maybe. I'd have to look into see what I might be able to do. There's some effects that I do want to add to the game, but I just don't have them in right now. But we could look into something like that. Maybe. I'm ready to go. Wish me luck. See you all later. Scoiled, I believe in you. Good luck. I hope that all goes well. And yeah, let us know how it goes. I hope that doesn't take too long, so maybe you can come back and report while we're still live. We'll see. Let's see here. Okay, so Domino says leave as is. Yeah, it's been a while, and thank you. Good to see you and everyone as well. Yeah, it's always good to see you. I've also noticed you've been uploading a bit lately, which is absolutely fantastic to see. Boss, fire. I appreciate that. Thank you. 21 people are watching. Like the stream. I know. I do appreciate that. So yeah, everyone is watching. I do appreciate it. I don't know where you've come from, but I'm glad you found the stream, and I hope that it's enjoyable. And LollyX is back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just have a character creation screen. So eventually I do maybe want to have something like that. I don't know. I originally was trying to keep the characters very so you'll probably notice. So from the first two characters, you got Fighter 1 and you've got Fighter 2, right? And I tried to keep them very similar, like in pose and size, like obviously like a slightly smaller in stature. But I tried to keep them somewhat close so that I could potentially have like an actual character creation where there would just be like essentially different hairstyles, different armor types, and like you would like shift between those to like do an actual character creation. And then I started on the other characters, and like the wizards are still pretty close. But then I got to like the bard, and I was like, it just felt weird to have like I made a second model that looked like this guy. And it just didn't look different enough to justify having a different model. So I was like, well, maybe I won't be able to just make everything fit. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. So eventually I might switch things back up and maybe try and like adjust them a little bit to make like an actual, here is the body and here are the clothing types that go over the body essentially. So I might be able to do that one day. Maybe. Eventually. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, though, I think it's probably just going to be a character selection screen, and then maybe we'll look into maybe do like actual character creation later. We'll see. Who knows? Okay, cool. Well then, so that should be good. There, the actual characters. So play games, save file 1. Yes, we got all these guys in there. Happy days, happy times, happy stuff. Now the character name. Now this one is one that we do need to adjust, because as of right now it says player name, right? And if I press backspace, it just gets rid of a single letter, which is fine, but I think I want to make it so that if it is on player name, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it get rid of the name, just to make it easier, kind of like show. Yeah, I feel like that's just going to make the most sense. So if you press down, if you're equal to 22, so this turns on typing, and then basically we just want to say conditional branch if the actor player name is equal to player name, then we want to say change name of player name, set it to nothing, and then if you are not equal to 22, turn off typing, and then we just say if player's name is blank, then set this back to be player name. Okay. Play game, save file once you got player name, so if you so if you go down there, it just gets rid of it, and as soon as you move back up, then it comes back. Crap. Oh! That's one. Whoops. Okay, that should work now. That should work now. You can type and be like, hello world, or I guess hello world, because we only have a 10 character limit. And then if we press down, it should stay the same, everything's good to go there. And then if I backspace everything all the way to the end, then it should just go back to player name. I think that should be okay. Yeah, that works. That works. Animator says you should make it slightly darker color, like a light gray, so they know they can edit it. I could. I mean, the person's gonna have to press down to get to here anyway. So to be able to get to start game, you have to go past player name anyway. So I feel like if someone presses down and it gets rid of the name, And then basically what we're going to do is as soon as you're on this, there's going to be like a little blinking line, essentially. So, yeah. So the reason why I am avoiding or wanting to avoid doing something like that is because if I wanted to do something like that, I would have to create a whole new HUD layer to indicate that you could edit it. And I guess I could do it with a picture maybe, and it would just say player name. But yeah. So with specifically with this version of HUD Maker, and then this is not, Summer Never, if you're still here, this is not a dig on HUD Maker. This is a fact of a 10-year-old plugin. All right, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So with this plugin for RPG Maker MV specifically, you cannot have different. I'm getting done. You cannot have different transparencies or colors or anything like that on an element. You have to have separate elements. So I couldn't say like, hey, if the player's name is equal to this, set the transparency to this, or set the color to this. So I would have to have one layer that was a specific color transparency that would show when it's equal to player name, and then when it's not equal to player name, then it would hide. So I could do it, it's just an extra resource that I would have to create, so it's like, but the effort it would take to make that change makes the hesitant make sense, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Do these are players we're talking about? You gotta assume at least 0.1% are gonna miss that. It's possible. We could also say you can't start the game. You're making great points, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, just have a character creation screen. Looking good, not gonna lie. Holy bard transformation. I know, right? I know, right? Yeah, the bard goes crazy. Woo. Anyway, be right back. All right, Domino. Good luck. Wait, I haven't been using Discord in 2 months, and I've uninstalled it because no one goes to my Discord. It's all good anyway, so I have not been online as much as I used to. Honestly, that's probably a good thing. Like, being online not as much is, I wish that I could be online a little bit less. Let's see, yeah, but the effort to make the change makes the difference. Hesitance makes sense, so I don't know. True. Insert meme of guy in corner of party. You don't know I'm making this. I don't want anybody to know that I'm using RPG Maker. The few people that have a problem with RPG Maker, I don't want them to know it's RPG Maker. But I guess the people that I know that like RPG Maker, I want them to know. Or maybe I don't want them to know, because they'll be like, how dare you disgrace this engine? I don't know, maybe. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, I should, oh man, okay. Well. Because I guess even if I guess we could say you can't start the game if there is no character name, or if the character's name is equal to player name. Huh. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so let's... So we could just do that. We could just say, hey, you can't start the game if the player's name is blank, or if it's equal to player name. Which I guess because if I come over here and I just do... I forgot, I can't turn on caps lock. Make a pop-up message. Yeah. And that's where it's like... Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. So, because here's the thing. Someone could just like press up and just like go past the player name thing. If name equals player name, disable start game. And we could do that as well. Yeah, we could just have it be like, if you try to start the game, it just like either won't do anything, or yeah, like a message. It could also like flash the player name, potentially. Something else we could do. I'm trying to think of the options here. So I could just create an image that shows player name. Player name equal, yeah, if the name equals player name, disable start game. But then like in that case, we could, like if you try to start the game, let's do this. I'm going to get the like flashing image mechanic thing working, and then we can kind of figure out together if we feel like it's not gonna work, right? So let's do this. How was I doing the flashing before? So that's the typing. The typing animation. Oh my gosh, that's right. I forgot. It was literally just an image layer that if the length of... Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was doing before. Okay, all right. Let's do this. What if the player's name... What if I had that on the end? Can I do that? I can. Okay. So what if we try this? If typing is on... This is going to be the most jank thing in the world, but if it works... We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's just grab that for now. So over here, let's just do this. If the switch typing is on, parallel process, throw that in there, and then we also need this right here. And we're just going to say, wait for 60 frames. So the first one is going to be... Game actors, actor name dot set name to the name plus that. Wait for 60 frames. And then slice the last letter off. Okay. Now. The only weird thing that's going to happen here is... Yeah, because basically, here's what's going to happen. If I come over here, I'm going to do play game, empty file 1. Okay, I mean, that works. We speed it up. Let's do like 25. Let's do 20. We're gonna have it flash 3 times a second. Crap. That's what I was worried about. Isn't that 5 times a second? No. So RPG Maker runs at a locked 60 frames per second. And so each frame, so it takes 60 frames. Well, it's 60 frames a second. So 20 frames would be 3 times a second. So it's not necessarily dividing a second by 100. It's dividing it by 60. Yeah. Oh, never mind. You're right. 3. I was thinking the frame peak was. Yeah. It's. I wish you could go higher. But yeah, they cap it at 60, which like I guess makes sense. But anyway, yeah. Yes, that's what I was worried about. So if we do like F and then F. Okay. 60 FPS ain't bad though. That's true, yeah. And honestly, if like a game you're making an RPG Maker, you don't really need more than 60 frames a second. So if I type when the thing is not showing, then everything's fine. But as soon as I type when it is showing, we got a problem. Okay, maybe. So we need to see if how am I going to do this? So I think here we would need to see. I think we need to check and see if the name is ending with a bar. Is that what it's actually called? What is the line called on the keyboard? Like the one that's under the backspace, like on the same key as the backslash. Is that just called a bar? We're just gonna call it a bar. So we need to check and see if there is a bar in the name. How do I do that? JavaScript, check if string ends with a specific character. Gotta be a way. The ends with method in JavaScript checks if a string ends with a specific substring. Okay. Interesting. So in JavaScript, you can check if a string ends with a specific character or substring using the built-in string prototype ends with method. Here's a complete safe example. Okay. Interesting. Example. Hello world. Text ends with world. Fruit. Okay. Vertical bar? Oh, okay. That was close. That was close. Okay, so you can also do length. We don't necessarily want length because we have length already. So we're already doing if game actors.actor one's name length is less than 10. So this is going to be, though, specifically. I think we do need to add this to every single character press, though. Which is not exactly ideal, but oh well. Okay, so I think what we need to do then is we need to say if I guess it would just be this here. So if the game actor's actor one name, and then we would do, I guess, dot ends with that. Then I think we would want to slice off the last character before doing the next thing. So then we would say, basically do the same as like the backspace is. So if the character's name ends with that, do that. So I'm kind of thinking we might actually just throw this into its own thing here, so that we can then just reutilize this on all. So we basically just need to use that across all of the letters. Okay, so let's just see if that is the case. And then I think we would also add that onto here. So before slicing, we would first just want to say if the player's name ends with a vertical bar, then slice the last character off. Because if it doesn't, we don't want it to actually get rid of it. Yes. Okay. So, come in here, let's give that a test. That should be for the letter A. So if we come over here, it should be doing the flashing bar. Okay, so we do want to do the same thing with the backspace. Which would make sense. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Then you press backspace. We first just want to see if the name currently ends with that. What's going on here? Sorry, my monitor's freaking out. Some weird reason. Okay, so yeah, so if it ends, get rid of that letter and then get rid of another letter. I think that should be correct. Let us make sure and check though. Save file 1, there we go, character name. We should be flashing here, so if we do a little bit of this, should be able to do... Oh, it's working! It's working! I know this is dumb to have it be such a simple thing, but it is very happy, alright? I'm very happy with it. So, yeah. So that should be better than I was expecting. It's not that bad to paste it all in here. Like, yeah, it's a little tedious, but it's not the end of the world. T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 0. And space. Space! There's an obscure reference. You should be able to do like, BRB Axe. Oh, I forgot. You can't do special characters. Oh, that looks so much better than how I used to do it. It was literally a picture that I was using to show this little blinking character. It was literally a picture to indicate where you were in your typing. So bad, so bad. But hey, this is way better. Now, yeah, so now we can be like, animator. Number 1. Wait. Oh. Crap. If you're trying to... Dang it. Oh, no. Okay, so here's a problem. Here's a problem. So you've got 10 characters, right? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you try to type a 10th character while the typing indicator is showing, you can't. So 0, 0, 0, 0. As soon as it disappears, then I can type. Okay, gotta fix that. Over here, we need to say, this is checking the length. We basically just need to say first. So the first one is just going to be gameactors.actor1 name ends with the bar. And so if you end with bar and you are greater than 11 or less than 11, throw that into parentheses. And then we're going to say, or I actually don't need that in here because it's just a single condition, or if you are less than 10. Okay. So then over here, we just need to say additional branch. If the character's name is less than 10, then do this thing. So I don't want you to be blinking anymore if you cannot type more. Play game. Speaking of blinking, we should be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then when it blinks, we'll do 10. Yes! Yes! Yeah, that was an easy fix. Easy enough. And it stops blinking, can't type anymore. Happy days. Yeah. that's so satisfying. So much more satisfying. Again, I'll say it again. I know it's a very simple thing, but like just getting this working, it just makes me so happy. So very happy. Let's see. Tilla says UI making is probably the most annoying part of game dev. It really is. It really is, because there's so many little things that, like, especially with UI, most people don't usually think about UI. Like, when was the last time you played a game and thought about the UI? Keep in mind, when was the last time you thought about the UI when it wasn't absolute garbage? I'm going to take a guess that most people, answering honestly, if it is a good UI, you don't usually think about it. It's there, it does the job, you click on the thing, you move the thing, you press the arrow, stuff works, and you're just like you don't really think about it. Now, obviously, if it's bad, then you probably don't really think about it that much. Yeah, so if it's bad, though, you're like, okay, this thing is terrible. Why does it work this way? Why is it doing this thing? This doesn't make any sense. This is terrible. This is garbage, whatever it may be. And so the problem is that when it's a good UI, you don't really think about it. And so when you sit down to make a UI, you sit there and think about it and you're like, what makes a good UI? Like, why is a UI good? And like, the only times I can really think about the UI is when I'm like, oh yeah, that was a terrible UI. Why would they have the button there? Why would they have it do that thing? Why do you have to click and hold for 3 seconds to get it to confirm anything? I'm looking at you, No Man's Sky. Obviously, they fixed that, but I don't know if anybody played No Man's Sky in the beginning. Oh my gosh. To navigate the menu, literally any option, you had to tap, like you had to click and hold everything. If you wanted to go into the options, like you didn't just press the down arrow and like press enter. You didn't just move your mouse down and click. You literally had to either press and hold the enter key or click and hold, or on the control you had to like press the trigger and hold. Literally every single menu option was that. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But they fix it, and now it's like, oh yeah, it's a menu, whatever. You move around, you select the thing, you click on the thing, you do the thing, whatever. So anyway, yeah, so as I'm sitting here like thinking about the menu, I'm like, how do you make a good menu? And I'm like, yeah, what is the UI? How do you make this thing good? Let's see. It's decent. I don't. Okay, yeah. It's me every time. Oh, not often. If it's decent, I don't care. Exactly. Yeah. If it's serviceable, if it's a good UI, I guess that's true. You get a bell curve, right? Right. Let's do a little bit of this, right? Let's. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but we're gonna do it anyway. Everybody knows what a bell curve is, right? Of course everybody does. But anyway, we're gonna go over it anyway. So yeah, so you got a bell curve, right? So you got stuff over here, and then it kind of goes up, and it goes down, and then there you go. So over here you have bad UI, right here, right? And then you have great UI right here. The most common obviously is going to be right here, which is just good UI. Just ignore the drawing, okay? Ignore it. You can see what I'm trying to write. I like how bad is the best written, and then everything else is terrible. Anyway, so here's the bell curve. So yeah, so you got bad on this side, you got good in the middle, and then you got the great on this side. There are a lot of games that have good UI, and anything that falls in here, you're not thinking about it. Nothing crosses your mind when you use that AI, when you use that UI. You come in here, you use that UI, and you're like, yeah, it was fine. Like, it started the game for me. I was able to navigate the menu. I was able to pull up my items. I was able to do things. Whatever, there you go. The times when you think about the UI is when it's anything on this side of the bell curve or when it's on this side of the bell curve. And that is because either it is so bad and you're like, holy crap, who thought of this? Who designed this? Why would you pick those colors? Why would you put those things there? Why wouldn't you add, like, if you need indicators of like, do this thing to select this thing, it's like the UI, you should be able to look at it and be like, okay, I can click on that. I can move that thing. I can do that thing. You shouldn't ever have to have like a thing at the bottom of the menu of saying, press left to do this thing, press right to do this thing, press up to do this thing, press down to do this thing. Like, that should be for complicated game mechanics, right? It should not ever have to be for a UI. So you're gonna recognize it when it's bad UI, because you're just gonna be like, that was absolutely terrible. But then you also have on the opposite side of the bell curve, you have the great UI. And this is for things like, it looks like people are saying, who said the thing? Who said the thing? Where'd it go? I know that I saw it. Persona. You know, you're gonna see flashy graphics. You're gonna see things that just like you look at it and you're just like, whoa, that was so cool. I love the way they did that. That's when you're also going to remember the UIs. So yeah, so unfortunately, the majority of UI falls right here in this good. Okay, it's an unfortunately if you are trying to then create UIs, because you don't really think about the UI because it's just there and it does its job, everything's fine. But everything on the bad side, you're like, oh yeah, that stuck out to me. That was terrible. Why would you do that? That was like absolute garbage. And then you have the great UIs where it just becomes difficult to recreate because you're like, that thing was so good, and if I create it exactly how it is, everybody's gonna know that I'm recreating the Persona 5 menu, and nobody wants that. Okay, well maybe some people want that, but I don't want to do that because I want to be able to be like, hey, that's the Persona 5 menu. So anyway, there's my bell curve ramblings for all of you to enjoy. So anyway, if you're creating a UI, just keep in mind that most of the UIs that you're looking at are going to be on the, I can't point over there, are going to be on the good side, and so you're not really going to remember what the UIs actually looked and felt like because they were good. But then on the opposite end, you're probably going to remember the bad ones, and what you do not want to do as you're creating UIs is you do not want to create a bad UI, so don't do that. Don't do that. Make the great UIs. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. TED Talk. It was my TED Talk, everybody.
I'm back. I failed.
No, what, Scoiled? What do you mean you failed? What do you mean you failed? What happened? Did you go to open up a bank account and you accidentally just went in and you robbed the place? Is that what happened? Did you walk in there and you were like, this is a stick-up. Don't anybody move. And of course an ad appears. No, Scoiled, please. I mean, it wasn't much of a joke, but you missed my joke. Oh, no. Oh, Scoiled, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Scoiled. Let's see. SummerDev says, "Whoa, you got the cursor working." I did get the cursor working. Yeah, and it's way better than the old cursor of what I used to do. Apparently, I did not realize this. The cursor that I used to use is this guy right here, which literally I was checking every single length of the name, and whatever the length would be, I would show a picture at that length, and I would show a picture, wait for 20 frames, erase that picture. Show a picture, wait for 20 frames, erase that picture. Which means if you were typing fast, the little like typing indicator wouldn't actually move with the name because it would show the picture, wait for a third of a second before then erased the typing indicator. Absolute terrible stuff. Absolute terrible stuff. So that is all fixed now. So now basically what it is doing is over here. So we have this separate event that is running, which basically is just saying so long, it checks the length of the name, and then it just adds a character to the name. And then once it adds the character to the name, like the vertical bar, then basically what it does is it then checks to see if the player's name ends with a vertical bar, then, you know, slice off the last character from that, from the player's name. And then over here, when you are typing the name, we're basically just checking to see if your name ends with the vertical bar, then slice that vertical bar off before you then type the next character. So now we get things where it is just kind of showing the little indicator there, and as you type, so even if the bar is showing, as soon as you type, it gets rid of it, which is pretty good. Pretty good stuff. But yeah. And then also we were running into issues where, like, as I was typing, if I were to type like you know, some ran, I did it again. I tried turning on caps lock so that I could type everything capitalized. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm sure I could find out some way. Anyway, some ran, and then we were running into issues. That fits perfectly. Some ran Dev, you're gonna be one of the few people who can actually type out your full name and have it fit perfectly, because it's limited to 10 characters. I have it limited to 10. I might get rid of that limitation. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, so some ran Dev, the issue was if you tried to type while that, while the little blinking thing was showing, it would see it as the character's name being 10 characters long, and so you couldn't type while it was showing. But I got it fixed. So even if you try to type while it's showing, it works. Everything's fine. Everything's good to go. So yeah, good times there. Great times there. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, you and I was probably the most annoying, unless it's flashy like Persona 5. Exactly. If it's out of place, low key, it pisses me off. I looked away for 5 seconds. I know. It's well, it happens. All right. I just had to go and look up some things. I did have to Google because I couldn't remember how to check the ending of a string for a specific character. I couldn't remember exactly what that was, so I did have to Google that. But I did find it. It was honestly a pretty quick turnaround thing. So, but yeah, so we got there. We are still running into. Oh. There's a fun bug. That's fun. Dang it. Oh my gosh. You know,
Going to the Inkwell says, did you ever get the bug with that data retention plugin fixed?
yes and no. So we got it fixed to the point where it is working, technically. It is there, it is working. There is still a weird bug that's going on, but I found a workaround. So we should be good. So we now can, so if I were to create this game and then have the game be saved, I could then stop the game, come back, and everything would be fine. So yeah, so yes, still could be potentially a little bit buggy, but yes. I know this is dumb, and it is stupid. This is the first thing that came to mind with this bug. What if we made this a feature? I feel like this is something that people might accidentally come across, and that's kind of what I want it to do. I want this to be something that people accidentally come across. Because if you move when, like, everything, like... I mean, you have a 1... You have a 1 in 3... No. What would that be? So it flashes 3 times a second. So it's not quite half a second. I should probably just fix it. I should probably just fix the bug. But I don't know, there's a part of me that kind of wants to keep this as a feature, and I want this to be a cheat code. Because there's no way that you can just type this character. I don't think I'm going to make it so you can actually type this character. But I think what I do want to do, I want to make it so that if you do this and make your name all 10 characters as this, and then you start the game, I kind of want it to be a cheat code that, like, I don't know, gives you like a bunch of skill points or something. Would that be weird? Would that be weird to, like, have a bug be this? I don't know, maybe. Or maybe like an achievement of some kind. I don't know. Unless it is a really good UI, like when you select a thing and the screen zooms to another scene while a character points at what you're hovering over. True. That is a good way to go. Let's see, a new man at 2027 Twitch says, yeah! Well, it says, I'm back, I failed, and of course an ad. I am proud that you tried Scoiled. You did a good job regardless. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Scoiled. So what happened? Okay, and then also Ink came back. Welcome back, Ink. Bank staff was really nice and kind, but I needed important information stamp, and I need 1,000 yen to make an account. I don't have money. No! I wish I could send 1,000 yen. Yeah, seriously. How much? 1,000 yen to USD. What would that be? What would that be? Oh my gosh. Yes, 100%. I want to send you... Wait. Yeah. Oh my gosh, 1,000 yen is $6. Scoiled, I would 100% send you 1,000 yen. I'd send you 2,000. I'd send you 5,000 yen. Oh, I wish there was a way that I could send you money. But yeah, it does kind of make it difficult to send money if you don't have a bank account. Oh, no, Scoiled, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's only, so 5,000 yen would be 30 bucks. Man. I wish. What the? Zillow!
Thank you at Balduck-6A11
Going
Duck
to the
for gifting
Inkwell
1
says,
membership to
what
the
on earth
Moonwood
is that
Alliance.
conversion rate? Also, I'm working on art now.
I like how there was the overlap. Chilla, thank you so much for the gifted subscription. I do appreciate that. Or the gifted membership. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that. You are absolutely fantastic. So thank you for that. Made a feature where you get a glitch character. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, so it looks like Balduck is the one who got the membership, and Tillo, I do appreciate you giving that, so thank you. Let's see, Shodan says, how did you make the text/character name? Yeah, so all of this is a, it's just hard-coded, so There's a couple things that are going into it. I have a plugin that I wrote. It's called the Full Keyboard Mapper. Maybe I will upload this somewhere for other people. There are other plugins that do allow you to do this. The reason why I made one myself is because all the plugins that I found, you could use them for personal projects, but not for commercial projects. The one that I found that I really liked, they didn't even allow you to pay for a license to use it in commercial. They said personal only, you cannot use it in commercial at all, ever, no matter what. And I was like, well, that kind of sucks, which is what actually pushed me over the edge. Because I originally had another plugin earlier on in development. So this was probably like a year or so ago. I had another one, but it didn't allow, there was something that it didn't allow for. I think you couldn't capture two inputs at the same time. So like you couldn't do shift, like you couldn't hold down shift and press a number or a letter or something like that. And I was like, okay, that's kind of lame. So then I found another one. I think the other one, not saying anything bad about it, like absolutely nothing bad about it. If someone wrote the plugin, they can do whatever they want with the licensing. So this one was called DK Input. And basically, again, like it just basically opened up. I actually think I might still have it in here. Nope, I must have gotten rid of it. Anyway, yeah, so it was called, so it's called DK Input. So it basically opens up it's a listener, essentially, right? So it's listening for a key press on your keyboard, which you can then translate to something in the game. So theirs worked pretty similar to what I had, but again, so theirs was you couldn't use it in a you couldn't use it in a commercial project. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna write my own, whatever, we'll just call that good. So basically I wrote my own, and again, it's just basically just a listener, right? So then in here, the way that I'm using it itself is when I press a button. So say for example, like the first thing that I check to see is I check to make sure that the player's name is not too long. So like I've limited it to 10 characters. You can use JavaScript to limit it to whatever. But basically the most important thing is right here, which is input.is repeated. It's like you can do pressed, released, repeated is the one that I want. So you can like press. So if you press and hold, if you hold it for like 1 second or something like that, then it starts repeating, right? Then you basically just have to go through and check every single one. So if you're pressing A, then I'm basically just saying, all right, cool. Take the player's name, set the player's name to player name plus A. Unless, of course, you're holding down shift, then set it to capital A. And I basically just go through and I just do every single letter on the keyboard. So A through Z, and then at the very end, then I do, numbers 1 through 0. And yeah, and then space, just adds a blank space to the name. So that's how all that's working. It's so basically just has a plugin that is working as a listener to be able to detect keyboard input. And then when I come down here, the other stuff here is like this little blinker here. It's literally just this event right here that is just saying add a vertical bar to the player's name, wait for 20 frames, and then if the name ends with a vertical bar, remove that vertical bar from the name. And then just loop through again and again and again and again and again. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. And then as you're typing, you can just be like, hello, person, perso, because it's limited to 10 characters. And yes, that's kind of what I'm doing there. Yeah, so that's how all that's working. Make a feature where you get a glitch character. Oh, that would be kind of fun. Like a different unlockable character. That could be interesting. I kind of like that. What's the point in not letting people use that plugin in a commercial game? I don't know. I really don't know. And they may have changed it by now, because again, this is probably about a year ago now that I replaced. Oh, actually, no. I think I replaced this one about 6 months ago. It was like towards the beginning of the year that I wrote my plugin. So yeah, so it was probably about 6 months ago. I doubt they've changed the licensing since then, maybe. Or maybe, I don't think I misread it. I think I read it over like 2 or 3 times just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. But anyway, yeah, so I don't really know why they wouldn't want that to be used in a commercial project, but oh well. See, LollyX says, maybe add an Easter egg where if someone names their character, that other NPCs laugh at their name. We could do that as well. So instead of having be like a cheat code, have it be just like it's like a little Easter egg thing. That could be kind of fun. Man, I'm liking all these ideas. I do kind of like so the glitch character is fun. Having other people laugh at your name is kind of fun. Or maybe not even like laugh at it, but like they would just like point out just like every now and then, like as they're talking to you, and like if anyone's ever like, oh, what's your name? And then they're just like, oh, that's a weird name. It's a strange name to give yourself. I don't know, it could be kind of fun. The thing I'm kind of thinking about doing is making the players' names actually the cheat codes. It's like if you think back to like a lot of old games, like if you named yourself a specific thing, there would be like some kind of like okay, I want to make sure this is not like some kind of urban legend. If you name yourself Link in an old Legend of Zelda game. Was that a cheat code? I feel like that's something that I've been told, but I don't know if that's actually true. I've never actually looked into it. I just want to see if that is the case. I feel like people have told me that, and I feel like I have spewed that before, but I don't actually know. No, naming your character Link in the original The Legend of Zelda for the NES was not a cheat code. It was simply the default intended name for the main character. Okay, the actual secret name cheat in the first game was entering Zelda, which bypassed a normal playthrough and immediately unlocked the harder second quest. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. There you go.
Always fact check if you're not sure about something.
Exactly, which is why I wanted to fact check, because I was literally about to say, yeah, if you named your character Link in the original Link, you like got a special item or something, and then I was like, no, that's just what I've been told. So I was like, I need to actually double check and see. Yeah. So apparently that is incorrect. If anybody tells you that if you name your character Link in the original Legend of Zelda, that is incorrect. You do not, it's nothing special. You don't get anything. But if you name your character Zelda, then I guess you get into a harder second quest. There you go. Interesting stuff. You learn something new every day, as long as you actually look into it. Cool. That's pretty simple, actually. I mean, lengthy, but simple. Yeah, it is a bit of a lengthy process. I really wished that there could have been something more simple, and I probably could write something a little bit more simple now, but back then when I was first experimenting with how to create a plugin, I was like, I'm just gonna try and like essentially try to recreate what the other plugin was, just in my own way. So, you know. Or you can play as the villain Wizardry 4 style. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, if you have... Should we have it be?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Of course you agree with that. Of course you agree with that. If you name yourself Vercilias, should... Oh my gosh, there's so many things I want to do now. Okay, I can't get bogged down with this right now because this is not anything that we're going to be doing anything in the demo, but in the full release, I kind of want to do something. If you name yourself Vercilias, I want to do something special. If you, oh, should I just fix this though? Like, it's an interesting bug, but I almost feel like it's not actually. No, I feel like I just need to fix it. Yeah, dang it. I just need to fix it.
Curses, I say. All right, well then, let's do this. If you press... Okay, it's over here. Page 5. If you press down, so basically we just want to say...
Crap. Okay, yeah. Let's just grab this. So if gameactors.actor name... Is that right?
Game actor. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So game actors actor 1, and then set name.
What longer sickles summoned redemption chan.
Well. Good times. Okay.
Actually, that voice was very fitting. Very fitting for her. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple things here. So we want to say if gameactors.actor1 dot name, and then we just want to say, yeah, dot name is equal to, I think it's gameactors.actor1 dot name open close parentheses is equal to player name. I'm like 99% sure that that is correct. And then kind of same thing here. If the name is blank, and then here, if the player's name is player name, and then here, if the player's name is blank. Then, just make sure So then that means what we can do is we come over here and we would just say player's name is equal to player name, or player's name is equal to a single vertical bar. Yeah. That way, even if you jump past it. Crap. What? Huh? What? Oh! Nope, that's the wrong spot. We do not want that there. We want to cut you and come over here if the player's name is empty or has a bar. That's where we want it. 'Tis my bad. Okay, that should be correct. Yeah, it's supposed to just be a typing indicator. Like, it shouldn't be anything that crazy. So, I don't know. That should work. That's fine. That's fine. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Okay, let's see. I think as much I have to ask my family if they can come back. Yeah, don't give up. Do not give up. I won't. It was a little fun adventure. Should at least make it long enough for Moonwood games. That's just pretty long. Let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my gosh. That'd be a long name. That'd be a long name. I was trembling like a leaf so much when I was waiting my turn at the bank. No, Squall. I'm so sorry that was so nerve-wracking for you. But don't worry. It's a good first experience. Did you ever get the bug? Yeah, the data retention. I feel that. I was also scared that when I had to open a bank account for a business account recently, I kept not having stuff and had to go back and forth tons of times. Not fun. Hey, that counts. It does. No, I like it. Yeah, I don't know about why, but it was so scary. But yeah, I just forgot 2 things, but it was kind of devastating. Yeah, I'm sorry, Spoiled. I just wonder if it should be harder to do. And that's kind of what I was thinking. I was trying to think through it. I was like, if we do want to keep it as less of a bug and more of a feature, it is kind of an interesting, it could be a kind of interesting thing to do. And this is where, like, we'll definitely revisit, like, the name in terms of, like, hacks or cheats or stuff like that later. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, how we would make it more difficult to do. It's like, obviously someone could just, like, skip right past it and it would just do that and it'd be like, whoa, that's weird. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's like $6, but yeah, I need a physical one. Sad. What on earth is the conversion rate? Also, I'm working on art now. Yes, the conversion rate was, it looked like it was basically, I mean, I didn't look at like the specific, like, you know, USD penny amount. Yeah, so it was basically 1,000 yen was like $5 and like 30 something cents. So yeah, not bad. If you still don't have a bank by September, I will hand deliver you 1,000 yen bill. There we go. And I will also give some Randev some money to also give to you. There we go. Because I'm not going to be in Japan. Thank you for trying to give me money. I wish we could. LMFAO, that means you have to come. Yeah, LMFAO. I can walk there. Don't worry. Japan is small. New UI, Moonman. That is true. Wait. You made a new UI? What do we got here? Open link.
Zero nerd polymorphed Moonman into a chicken.
Oh my goodness, I'm a chicken. And also, oh my gosh. This is amazing. This is absolutely fantastic. All right, do you know what? Never mind. We're switching up the UI. We're going with this guy right here. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Yes. And that's actually really cool, though. I really like that. It would be cooler if it was the middle finger, though. It should definitely be the middle finger. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I love it so much. That's the kind of UI I would do. Very silly. Are you sure? You have to walk many mountains to come to my place. Let's see. Tanuki says, Moon, the reason I've been so quiet has been resolved. Yikes, how did it get to 2 a.m.? Tanuki! First of all, you definitely need to get some rest. Yeah, that is very, early. I was gonna say late, but technically that is early. But then also, what is it that was keeping you so tied up? I would love to know.
What longer sickle summoned Sunchan?
Well, it do be Sunchan time, don't it? But also, yeah, 2 a.m. That is very late right there. I got my complex interaction system working for the kitty. Oh, okay, I like that. That is really cool. Someone says, let's go! Hooray! Congratulations on that Tanuki. Dark Urge alternative version of Tomb of Vercilias. If you name yourself Zelda, you get alternative quest, I think. See, you knew that, and I did not. Yes, Zelda equals unlocks the secret second quest, a harder version of the game featuring rearranged dungeons, trickier layouts, and tougher enemies. See, that's right. See, I had no idea. If there's a PayPal expert, am I able to make my personal information hide with using a business one? I actually do not know. I am definitely not a PayPal expert in the slightest. I wish they did that for all Zelda games. Only other Zelda game with remix version of Ocarina of Time that came with a bonus disc or for something, I still need to play that. You do. You definitely do. Y'all are a bunch of nerds. Texas speech butchered full long icicle's name. That's true. It always does. It's so sad. While I'm laying down on the floor like a dead skeleton, so I will flip my coin and whoever guessed it right will get a permission to request one art-only illustration to me. Tails! I'm gonna guess Tails. Does it reset if you move away after typing something? It does not. No. So if you were to come in here and you were to type something like, I don't know, devious oat. Yeah, that's the only thing that's gonna actually fit. So then I can go in and everything stays.
Says, aren't skeletons dead by default?
That's a great point. Skeletons are dead by default. Yes. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I did take that into account, Oatmeal. I did. I was like, I don't want to make it so it does remove the name if you were to go back and then come back in here. It does get rid of the name then. But it does reset everything. So like if I were to change the player model to be this guy and I were to name him Duncan, and I come over here to back, and then if I do empty file again, it resets the character, resets the name, all that stuff. Because I'm like, if you're gonna hit back and not start the game, it's probably, I don't know, it's something, all right? It's something. So yeah, so all of that does reset if you leave like this character creation screen. But that's the only time that it does. If you type anything and then leave and come back, it does do that. But anything else, you can move around and everything's fine. Oh, crap. No. It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all well. It's all dandy. Okay. If you press down. Oh boy. It's fine. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be all right. It's not that difficult. It's just. I just need to take this if statement now. It's basically just if you press any of these buttons. So if you press down, if you're equal to 22. Wait, if you're equal to 22, and then else. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So if you're equal to 22, so yeah, so on the else, we're just gonna say conditional branch here, and then, yeah, we don't need an else statement. We just then need to say conditional branch if the player's name ends with that. Then we just need to do a little bit of this. Actually, I guess I could just throw that in there without the extra condition. I can just throw that right there. Just say if the player's name ends with that, then just slice off that last one. That's literally all I need to do. No other conditional branch, just an if statement. Okay, now if we do a play game, empty file 1, and then we were to type oat. There we go. Then it gets rid of it. Easy enough. Easy money. Tanuki says, thank you. Yes, sorry I wasn't paying attention. I request more Scoiled, of course.
Longer sickle just summoned Eclipse.
Oh, there we go. Eclipse Chan here to save the day. Scoiled's getting a head pat from me. Let's see here. Art Skeleton's already dead. I think as much I will make PayPal account first after the stream. I'm pretty sure they're dead by daylight. You know what's funny? I thought the exact same joke, some Rendev. Make a business email. I'm not sure if you have an address. Let's see. Okay, so we're caught up over there. Over on YouTube, let's see here. Not leave the bug for now and move forward. Well, Shodan, I am very sorry about that. I definitely did not leave that bug alone. My bad. I'm working on my RPG Maker MB project as well. I have made some serious breakthroughs recently, and I should reach the demo phase. That is absolutely fantastic, Sean. Yeah, getting to the point where you can have a demo is cool. That's a lot of work. That is a ton of work right there. So yeah, so beautiful stuff. Let's see here. So, oops. Yeah, that was my bad. Soon. Crazy and nice. I appreciate that, Dylan. Thank you. I think Sunchan didn't invert when I tried, just FYI. Oh. I'm gonna have to look into that, because I know that the inversions I've kind of fallen behind on, and I think there's like one or two that don't have the inversions working. So I need to check on that and just make sure. Yeah. So, definitely do need to take a look at that. Okay, so cool. The character models are good. The naming should be good. And then if I were to start game.
Moonman has been super chatted up by
What
Roguelike
the-
Blackjack. You could set it up so that if someone names themselves.
Why did that cut off? I think it's because you put it in quotations. Maybe. You can set it so if you name someone themselves Konami code, they get access to certain cheats. Yes, I'm old as F. I doubt you're that old. That is actually kind of funny. Would I also freaking thank you so much for that super chat. Freaking yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. I appreciate that. So thank you. Yeah, let's get some 07s in the chat for low. I keep saying Lolly X. If it's a different pronunciation,
Well says,
let me know.
Anyone who is able to complete a passion project has my respect, even if said project isn't perfect.
Exactly, 100%. Yeah, just getting to that finish line, like that is a finish line. That is a feat that is like a lot more difficult than most people think. Like starting and finishing a project. Like starting a project is already hard enough. Very difficult to do, but then actually getting to the end. That is the crazy part right there. Why? Oh wait, that's why. Start game. Okay. I was like, excuse me, why is this not starting the game? Okay, so the name is correct. Phase 8 is not available. Why is it trying to load Phase 8? Phase 8 should not be a thing. Images, pictures, face. Yeah, there should be face 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I know why. So if we come over here to this screen right here, setting the player's model 1 through 3. So we're already setting it. So let's just get rid of that. Delete. And then I believe over here in the tomb, it's also doing this. Jump to label skip. There's skip. That's if the player model is equal to 0. Yeah, why? But it should just be equal to 8, right? We come over here. The switch or variable 60. What was it? 56? 63. Player model 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Okay. Then if we do start game. Let's do the coin of Axiomyth. 5. Okay. Huh. What if we set it to 3? And then you're still 5. So is it just... So it still is just randomizing the face then somewhere. Somewhere it's randomizing the face. You should be equal to 4. Let's go to 63. Now, when is it actually shuffling? So you're equal to 4. You're still equal to 4. Still equal to 4. Now you're equal to 5. Okay, so somewhere along these lines, it is shuffling. This is if player model, which is 63, is equal to 0. There we go. Found it. Ah, good times for everybody. Okay, now we do play game, empty file 1. Let's just set you to, I guess we'll try 6 again. You were the first one that broke. We'll do that. Start the game. Select the ring of security. Okay, you're 6. That's good. That's good. Let's refresh this. Let's come over here. Let's do character model 2. You're gonna be Segbeg. Should that be the new character? Segbeg. Okay, Segbeg is correct. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Why is Segbeg should not be funny? Segbeg should not be funny. And then let's come over here. We're just going to try one more time. We're going to set you to player model 4 and just make sure. Like, there's, like, statistically, it could technically, if there was somewhere else that was having it randomized, it could statistically randomize specifically to the ones I'm choosing again and again and again, 3 times in a row. But the chances of that are pretty small, so I think we should be good. I think we should be all right. I think that was the one spot where it was, you know, doing the stuff. So, okay, cool. So the character faces are all working. The character models are all working. The character naming is all working. Do we want to make it so you can't start the game if your name is player name? I think we do want to do that. There's also, you can see, player name goes off the screen, which actually, I think what we need to do here is I just need to change the width of that. Because I think this is the one time I'm going to make an exception. This is the one exception I'm going to make in terms of, like, pixel perfect stuff, right? So basically everything else, I want it to be as pixel perfect as possible. But I think with the player name, because I would rather people be able to have the name they want without it then going off and doing weird things. So if I were to come in here and say, set the max width to be like 200, refresh, it should kind of shorten that. Let's actually do, I guess, 180, maybe? Okay, what if we do 150? How many, okay, how big is this thing? It's definitely bigger than 100. 130? About 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2. So it's 132 pixels wide. Cool. So yeah, so at that point, at least you can have your name be slightly longer, and it doesn't, so that way it doesn't go outside of the bounding box, but it just like makes it, it just shrinks it, you know? So your player model box is showing a different character. Wait, what? It did? Player 1. Wait, this is not actually the person that I selected? Going back on the VOD just to make sure. Okay, so I refresh, file 1. Oh yeah, no, we should be good. Unless of course I freaking break the video. There we go. Yeah. So I did have it as the Mage 2 originally when it was the WRGT, but then I refreshed the game, it then pops up over here, and then I just left it as model 1. Select a thing. And then it should be, okay, yeah, then it's still model 1. Okay, yeah, we should be good. We should be all right. Yeah, I was at first, I was like, wait, did it actually? And then I was thinking about it, I was like, oh yeah, I had the wizard. That's right, I refreshed the game, and then started again. Okay, so we should be good. We should be good. But I do appreciate you checking for that, though, Shodan. Anyone who's able to complete a passion project has my respect. And beyond most people, it's comprehension. Try to learn graphite, open source, node-based vector art program. Oh my gosh. Good luck with that, TripAdvisor. I hope that goes well. Yeah, that sounds like quite the feat. I'm not gonna lie. If you can actually get it, though, that's gonna be good. So the only weird thing is going to be if you could name yourself a bunch of W's, which is going to be slightly wider than other characters. So if you were to start the game with that name, it is going to do some weird things to the name, because it does shrink it a little bit. But I feel like less than 10 characters is just not enough. And so I I think I want to leave it at 10, and I'm just gonna have it squish. I feel like most other, like basically any name should be fine. It's like if you were to do something like Moonwood, right? You know, just a good, normal, strong name, you know? If you're gonna do the Ring of Security, yeah, it looks fine. It looks totally fine. And that's 8 characters. Like, I could, if I went the full 10, it might look slightly weird. I may also, I'm probably going to adjust this player section one more time, potentially. I might actually remove the player graphic from here, and I may add them somewhere here on the skill tree. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I may also, I might link the character sheet to the dice and items tabs, where like when you're on the dice tab, it will show you what your spell damage is, and then when you're on the items tab, we might show something else. Maybe. That is completely up in the air, subject to change kind of a thing, you know? Okay, let's see here. So I think all that should be fine. Yeah, sorry, it was a while back. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, my bad. That is my bad, Shoten. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Okay. So I think at this point, aside from just like making more of the character models, I kind of like how all this feels. I think we should be good here. We might eventually, and again, like graphics-wise, like I might change, like I might add the pedestal. I might, you know, just kind of change like how the characters look, where they show up, maybe something like that. But I think for now, I think this works. And then player name, all of that's working just fine. I think the only thing else that I might add later is like doing special characters. I might do that. Here's something that could be a potential weird issue. You could just do a bunch of spaces, and your name could be blank if you just did spaces. So let's also do this. Let's also say this is gonna be the last fix, and then the name, we're just gonna call the naming of the character done. So then here we're gonna say let's just grab that condition. You press OK for starting the game. We're just going to say conditional branch. And I believe if I do exclamation mark game actors.
Says famous last words.
It's a good point, actually. And I think if I do exclamation mark game actors dot actor 1 name ends with, and then we just do a space. I think adding the, I'm like 99% sure that this should work in this instance, which is I believe adding an exclamation mark means if it doesn't end with a space bar. So even though condition says if the actor 1's name ends with space, but I think adding the exclamation mark is basically saying if it doesn't end with space, then you can do this. Yeah. I feel like most people aren't going to try and end their name with a space, but we can just try this. So if we do hello, space, and then start game, nothing. And if we get rid of the space, yeah, I think it should be fine. I might add some kind of like indicator of like cannot end with space or something. But for now, I think that should be fine. Yeah. Yeah. But that also does mean if someone wanted to, they could just do, and like, not saying like this would be a bad thing, you could just do nothing with spaces and then do like a W and then start game. And then your name would literally just be a centered W. So that's kind of a little odd, but hey, it works. It works. I finished Sir's requested art. Scoiled! You are so fast with that art. And I can almost guarantee you that it's going to look freaking amazing. So, okay, cool. Well, yeah, I think the character creation / customization / all that fun stuff, I think that should be all right. I think we're in a decent spot now. So, yeah, good times. Oh, yeah, it's the Wheel of Cheese. This cheese increases all elemental damage by 5%, but is such sharp cheddar you'll cut yourself just by looking at it. Reduces dexterity saving throws by 50%. That's right, that's right. Sound on 17. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, increasing by 5%. It's not too bad. Ooh, there's a 20. Okay, let's sound on 20. Oh, and there's a blackjack. Oh, it's so satisfying. What's up, Glob? Did you call me Glob? Name that reference. Name that movie. Okay. Oh my gosh, that guy had a crazy soft hand. That's a weird thing to say. 15. Should I hit on a 15? I'm gonna do it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna sound on a 17. Dang it! Oh, there we go. Blackjack. Take that, you freaking glob. Oh, there's a trap. What the? Why didn't it play that? Do I not have alerts set up for on-screen celebrations? I thought I did, but I guess I don't. Anyway, Philological, thank you so much for the 40 bits. I appreciate that. And that on-screen celebration, beautiful stuff. Beautiful selection right there. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Let's stand on a 16. Dang it. I've got some potions. I guess I'll stand on a 16. It's a little bit too risky. Definitely stand on a 20. That's what I like to hear. What the?
Footlongisicle just gigantified an emote with 30 bits.
Yeah, this one, yeah, I'm gonna have to see what is going on there with the on-screen celebration. I thought I had alerts for that, but I guess not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know why, but is it okay to use Gmail as business mail? I would say so. That's what I use. I use Gmail as like my Moonwood Games email address. All right, I need to stop asking. I have to work on things. I believe in you, Scoiled. I believe in you. Ooh, there we go. Should we use a key or pick the lock? Try picking the lock. Okay. Here we go. Easy enough. Easy money. Ooh, we got a Hydro Iron Sentinel. Sound of 17. Yo, there we go. A soft 20. Should we sound on a soft 20? Yeah, that'll kill him anyway, if we win. What I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's coming along. It is coming along. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. You know, I'm kind of thinking, technically. Oh, get that. Get the Void Stone. I'm kind of thinking, technically. Oh, what? Wait, what happened? What happened? What happened? I don't know how I broke that, but apparently it broke. Okay. Oh, what's up, slime? I'm just going to increase my roll with punches, and I'm going to leave. Yeah, these basic enemies, roll with the punches basically makes it so you can just run anytime, anywhere. Like, even if I roll a 1, I could still run. Okay, that one was working just fine. I don't know what happened to the other one. Okay, where the freak is this thing? Oh, wait, is it right here? There it is. Okay, let's pick the lock. Here we go. And into the mini-boss. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, yeah. See, like, as you can see, we're getting there. Like, we're almost there. Interact with the glyphs. Throw that guy in there. Okay, there we go. Oh. That's the way. Oh. That's the way. We are getting close. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close. Tilla says, game looks sick. I appreciate that, Tilla. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a huge making the progress in the making. It's been a big undertaking, I'll say that. Yeah, it's but it's getting close to having a playable demo ready to go. Like, you can literally go from menu, character creation, jumping in here, going through, fighting monsters, collecting items, doing the puzzles, going through the portal.
Owen to the Inkwell says, I don't know how I broke that, but apparently I did. Story of my life.
It is the 100% the story of my life. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's because, like, I was holding down a button, maybe? So I was still holding down one of, like, the movement buttons. So I wonder if, like, that somehow... Yeah, I have no idea. Not a freaking clue how that would have not worked correctly. Oh well. Yeah, such is the story of my life. There. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. I think the next... Oh, actually, do you know what I just realized? We still need to do the spells. The spells are still very much so not done. We have not done, like, anything to this spell book. I need to add that to the list. Oh my gosh. Like, we can upgrade the spells. That's still all in there. Like, don't get me wrong. But the spell book, like, the naming of the spells, we still need to do all of that. I think that all of this works.
Thanks
but I don't know.
Follow, Rymos.
Rymos, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic week so far. Then I am making Gmail as business. Not a bad idea. I am Real Moon Schooniled Games. I like it. At gmail.com. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's not without bugs. I don't know what's going on here. Very, very strange. Very bizarre. I'll have to figure that one out, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so if we come over here, I do need to say spell book. Spell names, etc. You know, all the things, like the spell names and such. So, yeah, just kind of getting the spell book working better. And also trying to figure out what that bug was. I have no idea what the freak that bug was. That was very bizarre. But I think we can just say replacing player icons should be good. We have 6 in here right now. I'm going to be keep creating more as time goes on. Just as I have time here and there, I will be going through and adding more. So there will be more added, but I think for now what we have technically is fine. I think it's fine for what we have technically. So yeah, I'm just checking something really quick. Okay, all right, we should be good. Okay, yeah. So player icons, I would say, yeah, we can mark that as done. We have technically replaced. We've replaced all the old ones that were in there, and then I'm just going to keep creating more as time goes on. And then...
Silly shenanigans.
Such silly shenanigans. And then do some character creation. That one should all be done as well. So you got character selection, you've got the naming of the characters, which I think is all we're going to have in the demo, at least. Maybe in the full game, we will have more, like, actual character creation, which would be, you know, choosing, like, different face types, body types, clothing, hairstyles, that kind of a thing. So, but that will be an eventuality kind of a thing. So, yeah, cool. All right, we're making progress. We're moving right along. Happy days, happy freaking days. So we do still have a little bit more in the main menu because, like, obviously we have, like, the actual new game working, we have the load game working, and we have the exit game working. But we do still need to get the options all working. So I'll need to kind of, like, map out what we're going to have in the options because I don't even know what we're going to have in there. Obviously, like, you know, audio options, so like sound effects, background music. There are going to be accessibility options that I want to have in here somewhat. Like, I'm going to have, like, some kind of, like, colorblind mode that you can enable. Eventually, I want to have, like, a choice of input. So if it's going to be, like, touch, mouse only, keyboard only, controller, that kind of a thing. So there are going to be extra things that we're going to throw in here into the options menu. We'll get there eventually. We will get there eventually. So, yeah. So that might be a next stream thing if I don't have time to work on it between now and the next stream. I might, but if not, then it'll probably be a Thursday thing, is getting the options done. Yeah. And then at that point, we can then say the menu is good to go. So I feel like it feels, I feel happy with it. It's not perfect. There might be a few things here and there that I switch up over time, especially before like the full release. I'll probably, switch up some things. I'll probably change how the characters sit and all that fun stuff. So, and that is, if I don't think I am going to redo the characters anymore at this point. Like, I'm going to create more in this same style and all that fun stuff. But like I said before, like if someone out there wants to create either more characters or recreate these characters, whatever it may be, I'm completely open to it. I'll just kind of figure out how we will fit them in, depending on like if it's a different size or whatever it may be. But anyway, yeah. So good times there. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I think that should be good to go. Cool. I think I'm gonna end it there because I am very tired. If you couldn't tell, I've been my words have been slurring a little bit the past little bit as my brain has been being like, okay, sleep time is now, and I couldn't agree with myself more. So, if you made it this far, I do appreciate you being here, hanging out, for watching, for all the input. I do appreciate it. So thank you so much. And I like how the music has just left me this awkward silence. It's good times. Cool. All right. Well, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evenings or days, mornings, wherever you may be in this world. Yeah, I will see you all on the Thursday stream. And I think that's about it. So, yeah. Again, thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll, see you on Thursday. So good luck, everyone. And I'll see you then. Okay, bye.
You